when we couldn't come up to LA and rehearse with the LA peers,
Yeah.
we would just rehearse in Anaheim at this movie theater parking lot.
Regals. In Garden Grove.
Garden Grove.
In the middle of the night, midnight. During that time,
It's like 2 a.m., 1 a.m.
Yeah. And there was like homeless people. And so many times we'd be like, it'd be like, the basic of basic, like, oh, your shirt is red. Your shirt is red. And we'd be like yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Your shirt is red. Your shirt is red. And there'd be like homeless people just like sleeping.
Yeah.
And we would wake them up because we're like getting into it.
Yeah.
And we could see from like our corner of like our eye, they would be like peeking. Like just
Yeah.
looking at us, seeing like, is this an actual argument?
What's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we had to make a stamp. We had to show them who the real crackheads were. You know what I mean? All right.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sam Dever Podcast, episode 121. In this episode, I speak with Kyle Tran and Abraham Arias. Kyle and Abraham are actors and writers out here in Los Angeles. I've met them through the acting scene. They're phenomenal, and we had a very fun and entertaining conversation this evening. I can't wait for you to check it out. To watch this podcast, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@thesamdeverpodcast. To listen to this podcast, be sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Here's my conversation with Kyle and Abraham. Abraham Arias,
Yes,
Kyle
sir.
Tran.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Sam Dever Podcast.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Eric Sarich, welcome as well.
Yo, on the 1 and 2.
Eric.
Oh wow, this is a gift right now because I think it has to be at least 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was back in August, I want to
Yes.
believe. Like beginning of it was at the show I saw you guys at where you guys did the one acts.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw you, I had seen you guys before,
Yeah.
but that was in particular, like you two in your own. What you guys wrote that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We put a lot of work into it. So yeah.
All done in a Wendy's parking lot. So
Well, we're gonna get to that because then after the show, I remember going up to you guys, and then Drew, who was in your class, because we were talking, and Drew goes, "You should have these two on your podcast."
Yeah.
And I loved your guys' energy, and that thought had entered my mind when I saw you two.
Oh, that's awesome.
We don't do this setup often.
Yeah.
It has to be the right two people to
Of
do
course.
it. But I'm like, yeah, this is Shake and Bake. This is Step Brothers. This is
the Splash Brothers, you know? What I mean?
yeah. The what brothers?
The Splash Brothers.
What's
Stephen,
that from?
Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. No, I thought that was a basketball reference.
I should have known that. That's
You're good.
And then you guys told me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you told me right then and there, but then we circled back around after Drew had suggested you guys come on. You're like, hey, we listened to you on the way to class from Anaheim.
Yeah.
Or you had before.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, this is all lining up. So it's like, now you're here.
Yeah.
From the car in Anaheim,
It's
listening
crazy.
to in person. Here we go. Now you can listen to yourselves again.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When this comes out.
We were watching it as we drive up here. We're just watching our video. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I think I did tell you this was going to be the last episode of 2024. It's actually going to be the first episode of 2025.
Oh, is it
nice.
really?
Yeah, so this is the New Year episode, actually.
that's so
I
dope.
probably should have
That's
planned a little better for that.
It's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Gotten like
Yeah.
some kazoos or whatever they do.
That would have been tight.
That would've been fun.
That would have been
Yeah,
awesome.
next time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you guys wrote that one act in a Wendy's parking lot?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Like, was that on purpose?
No, we just we didn't have a space because he lives with his family, I live with my family, so we don't have like a place where we can kind of just sit down and kind of just talk about our work aside from his room, but it's very restrictive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we would just meet up outside in a Wendy's parking lot, and that's kind of how we started cooking up ideas and performing it for strangers to watch us. We don't tell them to come watch us, but people be passing by and they watch us and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was usually just like a lot of families that would just be looking like with their kids as they're rolling out, because it was like by a store called El Super or something like that, which is basically like a grocery store. So just a lot of people would be coming out, and we would just be like, oh, and then he'd be like, and we would just be going really like in it
Outside of the car.
outside of the car,
Yeah.
just no shame whatsoever.
Yeah, we never do it inside because
Yeah.
it restricts us. So
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
step outside
yeah.
and we do it.
Yeah, because we have this belief of like, like how you rehearse is how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we really try to stick to that as much as we can.
how you do anything is how you do everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Amen. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Well, yeah, because I remember when I was my time at Playhouse, we did a lot in parks.
Oh, nice.
We
Yeah.
did it because everyone lives in apartments
Yeah.
usually, so
Mhm.
you need space. Like
It's
you're
so
right, you
cramped,
need to be
yeah.
able. So, but no, the park. That's the first I've heard of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also had a lot of Frosties after as well. Like,
I was gonna say, did you throw them a lot of business or what?
yeah, we probably
We
did.
did, yeah,
honestly.
we would probably get like a frosty, like a mini frosty every time after a rehearsal session.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So same with you though. We would always like grow, coming up in Playhouse, we would also go to parks with the classmates as well.
Griffith
And,
Park was
yeah,
the-
Griffith Park was
yeah.
the spot, and we would rehearse there.
Mhm.
But yeah, we were comfortable almost like anywhere that's outside.
Yeah, we were always down
Yeah,
for
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
That makes sense now because you guys were down to do anything with this podcast.
Yeah, I was like, dude, let's go in the restroom and do it.
No, we meant it too. Like we really could have done this. Like, yeah,
We should have isolated, put one person in the kitchen, put someone in the bedroom.
That'd
like
been
that.
dope. Yeah.
Well, and that's what was cool about the build up to this because once that hey, we're gonna do ones out there, it's like I kept seeing you guys in public. I remember I saw you guys at the film festival.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, we did say we're gonna do that. So I'm like, we're gonna do it. It's happening. It's not just LA talk. Like we're really gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, let's do it right here. Let's just do it in the street. We were outside a Playhouse show. There was a porta potty. Like, let's do it in there. Like,
We should say that for like the second part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, now that I know that we can go there with you guys,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
that opens up a lot right now.
Yeah, we can
No,
do anything.
yeah,
Just
literally.
let us
you
know.
can do it at a Disneyland if you want.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
During like a roller coaster or something like that. Have,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that'd be so
We
sick.
can do it in the middle of a soccer field, basketball
that'd be so
court,
beautiful.
wherever.
Like,
you know what I mean?
actually.
Yeah.
There's a girl that what's her name? The Really Good Podcast, I believe. She kind of does that. She did one in the middle of a tennis court where the guest they were sitting on the ground with like
Oh, that's
handheld
cool.
mics
Yeah.
and talking in between like the net.
Was this
Bobby Lee.
Right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yes, I've
It's
seen that.
so
I've seen
funny.
that.
It's-
He was the perfect guest to do
Yeah.
that because he would
Yeah.
totally
He was fantastic.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So this is good. So thank you for doing this. So
Yeah,
I mean,
no, thank you for having us. Like,
Yeah,
genuinely.
seriously.
yeah, no, I really do. I love your guys' energy. You're both super talented
Thank you.
actors and everything. And I
Thank
think whether I have or I have it, a little bit backstory on you guys. Are you
Mhm.
born and raised here? You guys both from Anaheim? How does that work?
Well, yeah. Well, for me, I was born in Orange, and then raised a little bit in Santa Ana, Garden Grove, then eventually like all of Anaheim, and I've been living there for like the last 20 so years of my life.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me too. I was born in Fountain Valley and then lived in Garden Grove, went to school there, and then eventually moved over to Anaheim, which was like 5 minutes away from Disneyland, and
Yeah.
I've been there basically my whole life. So yeah, same boat as him, and then we happened to meet over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we're here. It's
So
crazy.
you guys met in Orange County. You didn't meet at Playhouse.
No. No.
So
yeah,
you
we
guys-
met in Orange County. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys meet now. How long ago was this? Childhood friends or
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of childhood friends. It's been a long time.
I'm his childhood friend.
Yeah, he's my childhood friend, but I'm not his. So I met him when I was in middle school, 8th grade,
Yeah.
and he was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had a mutual friend. His name was Marco Solis. He's a
Shout out to Marco.
Shout out to Marco. He's a streamer now.
Yes, sir.
He had wrote this short film specifically for us, and we did it. We spent a couple months working on that, and that kind of like brought us together. Me at a young age, and him freshman year of college. And after we wrapped, I believe we spent like 4 months. I think
4 months.
it was a long time, so we bonded a lot. And then after we had wrapped that, we then never spoke to each other at all. And he went on with this life. I grew up. I went to high school and all that.
Yeah.
We saw each other here and there at like functions, parties, and everything. Once in a while. But we didn't talk at all. But in my perspective, though, it felt like he was like my best friend. Because I met him at a young age. But to him, I was a nobody. But it's fine. You know what I mean? And then eventually, I was taking classes in college, and then acting classes in college, and you were still acting as well, right?
Yes.
How was that for you when we stopped after we wrapped?
No, I was still acting for a little bit, and then after that, I think I just stopped during COVID because everything just kind of shut down during COVID.
Yeah.
And the craziest part is that right when I was thinking about getting back into acting, this was like around the end of 2021,
Yeah.
heading into 2022. He randomly calls me, and mind you, we hadn't talked like at all. He randomly just calls me, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, man, how you been?" And I'm like, and this is years.
That was a random
This
call.
is years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm good. how you been? And he's like, I'm good. So you still acting? And I'm like, actually, I'm just, gonna get back into it. And he's like, dude, me too. We should do it together. And then I told him about this school, Playhouse West, and everything else.
Let's just go. You know what I mean? We just and now we're here.
Yep.
Came to best as of friends.
Yep.
I mean, so you started going to Playhouse what year then? Was it
2022.
2022. Yeah.
So you've been going for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
So okay, there was no communication whatsoever for years, and then all of a sudden,
no plan. No
I just
step
called him
whatsoever.
randomly. It just happened so to like line up because he had heard through a friend about Playhouse West taking a class up in LA, and then for me, I wanted to take a class in LA because I realized LA is where it's at. So it kind of just lined up with that phone call.
And I believe you know that friend, Carl Schreier, by any chance?
he's been on this program.
Yes.
That's the friend.
Yeah.
Oh wait!
Yeah.
Whoa! This just got a lot deeper.
They went to
You
college.
guys know Carl.
Yeah.
He was in that
he was in
short
that film.
film.
He was in that short
He was
film.
in that short film. Yeah.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Carl is one of the biggest fans of this podcast from like the beginning,
That's so cool.
and he's come on here.
I know.
Before.
Yeah.
And Carl's like one of the coolest people you'll ever meet.
No, he's
so
really
dope.
cool.
He's so sweet. Yeah.
He's a genuine guy.
Yeah. Super
Yeah.
talented as well. Yeah.
Super talented. Yeah, I had class with him during my time. Wow, so this is all connected. This was all wow. That's
he was in
nuts.
that short film.
He was his character's name was Donovan Berkeley Prodigy Records. That was his first line in the whole short film. That never got released because the files got lost.
What, the whole thing?
The whole thing.
So,
4 months of work.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But it was all worth it though, you know what I mean? We all gelled together.
Whose film was it?
This is Marco Solis.
Marco Solis. He goes by Shelby now. Mr. Shelby now. He's a streamer. He
was the streamer.
Yeah, he's a streamer. Yeah, he's the first short film that he's wrote. Unfortunately, he lost the files. It wasn't his fault though. He just lost the files.
Was he pretty upset?
Oh yeah.
He was upset.
but we weren't upset though. We were so. From what I remember, we were so nonchalant about it. Like we were just like, oh well, like. So should we like shoot it again?
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
we make jokes about it till this day. We go like, oh, let's do it again.
But it connected all of you.
Yeah, it did.
So okay, you guys were so you two met, and you didn't know Carl previously to that.
I didn't. Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah.
But then you found out through Playhouse from Carl.
Yes, because we had met in college. He was going to OCC at the time, and I was doing OCC theater, and he had told me after one of the plays that I was doing at that time, he was like, dude, like. You're really good, and I'm not knocking off your acting, but dude, Playhouse West, bro, like what they're teaching you over there is like out of this world. And he was really hyping it up, and it always like got an interest. And that was back in like 2019, like 2019. So like I sat on that for so long because I didn't know how to like pursue this whatsoever. Like I knew I wanted to be an actor, I just didn't know what to do or how to do it and stuff. So I think everything honestly like lined up perfectly because I don't know where I would have been and if I would have like done Playhouse West by myself. I'm really and genuinely grateful to have someone like Kyle to be by my side because it really is true of like when you're pursuing this, you need like a pack. You need people to be by your side at all times because if not, it just gets really, really hard,
Well, especially for you two making the drive.
Yeah.
And for people that don't live out here, I mean, Anaheim's not far, but with the traffic, it's far.
Yeah. Especially during
and the
this
amount
time.
of rehearsals you have
Yeah.
to do and things like that. So it's nice that you guys had kind of the buddy system.
Yeah.
in
We
place.
switch off cars pretty like every week.
Yep.
Every time we drive, we
Yep.
take turns. We keep track of that, so it saves a lot of gas.
He keeps track of it.
Yeah.
I don't. He just tells
He
me which
keeps track
car
of
to
it.
use.
He keeps track of it. Yeah.
I don't want that, man.
Do you run lines in the car with each other?
No, we do it so much. Yeah, I think we figured out that using each other is like a cheat code. You know what I mean? Because it's always nice to do it to an actual person. Because when I didn't, when I didn't have him by my side, I would just like kind of say it in the air, like my lines as I'm doing it, and it gets the job done. But I just feel like it's not as beneficial as you're doing it to like a real person. You know what I mean? So it gets the nerves out of the system. So we've kind of figured it out from our time going to Playhouse together, where we kind of just like blurt out our lines to each other, so that we can get the nerves out of our system and just kind of like attack it in different ways, so that so that we could be prepared when we actually do it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you guys definitely have that dedication. I mean, for people watching, listening, even outside of LA here, and that's what I tell people too. Like, well, what's the main difference with LA? It's like stuff like this, like with you guys that are, because not only did you go to Playhouse, but you've been going for over, what is it? Probably 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
2.5.
I believe
I think
so.
I think it's going
Close
on
to
to 3
3?
years.
Yeah, it's going to 3.
Yeah, it's going on 3. Wow, dude, that's 3 years, bro.
It's been a minute. It's
That's
exciting.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
3 years.
And
Of
like
our
just the
lives.
amount of things I've seen you guys put up.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have the Spoon River show coming up, right?
Yeah.
This will air way after that, but you know, what are you guys working on? Anything after that?
I just got off a short film project, which was really really cool. I was very proud of that one. That one was really really dope. And you know, just auditioning, honestly, just like, you know, doing like the typical, you know, acting life of just trying to get work.
Just
you
trying to
know?
get work. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And but I guess aside from auditioning, Abraham and I we're trying to write
Oh yeah.
a new one act.
Mhm.
So that's been pretty fun. We've been meeting up once a week and
Mhm.
just trying to collaborate and keep the flow going. Because when we had wrote the other one act, that was like our first time writing together. So we're just trying to capitalize and just trying to revisit how we approach that and just trying to do that now currently. So yeah, that's been pretty good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's called Oh Fuck. Yeah.
It's called Oh Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even want to know anything about it
Okay,
until
cool.
it goes up.
Awesome, awesome.
Little teaser though. What you can tell me a little bit about it.
Hopefully, if Wolf allows it, blood should be like a part of it. You know, and that would be a really really cool part of it. So
That's something that would involve Oh Fuck. Like
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
fuck, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Well, like now that I'm thinking about it, Oh Fuck, that can mean so many different things.
Yeah.
And because how are you saying Oh Fuck?
PH with a PH is gonna be spelled with. Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, well that.
Oh fuck,
hmm.
yeah.
Oh, so you can put it in the
Exactly.
Because there's Oh Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's
yeah.
Oh Fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's all I needed to know. What about films? You guys working on any films together?
Sam, I think you could think of another way of saying "oh fuck" too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Damn right.
Hi-oh! Eric Sarich, ladies and gentlemen. There he
Just coming in to stir the pot, and then I just leave.
Hell yeah, man.
He does stir the pot pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple times where he puts me on the spot a few times. Like I'm trying to like move, keep going. He's like, no, Sam, talk about that. How would you say, oh, fuck?
Yeah.
We probably need a female, though, for that aspect of it.
For what? For you saying "oh fuck" or what?
Well, okay, maybe mine's not where yours was.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's a plethora of ways of like saying
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
fuck, you know what I mean? Like
It's a lot of interpretations.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And this is now
insane.
just officially became the most fucks that's ever been said on the Sam Dever
Really?
podcast.
Crazy.
I'm honored.
We
Yeah.
we were actually researching because we wanted to make sure if we could cuss.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
You can.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a limit to it, but you know.
It's interesting because I do know with YouTube, from what I was reading, they used to be really strict with it,
Yeah.
but from what I understand now, they have pulled back a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know if one of my theories is there's so many different platforms now
Mhm.
that people are like, okay, well, we're just going to go put our stuff on other platforms maybe. But we just, I believe with cussing with intention,
Nice.
you know, but that was definitely intentional.
Yeah.
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 You know, like, but if we started this out, like, how the fuck are you guys doing today? Type of thing. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really not
Yeah,
necessary.
it's not
Yeah.
necessary. It's just got to be intention behind it. Like, a why, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. See right there, we just had a little thing that just happened in this thing. This is fun. This is a nice free flowing experiment, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
So outside of acting, I know nothing about you guys. Like, I did no research.
Yeah. Awesome.
In a good-
That's so
yeah,
dope.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides acting and film, like what were you guys into growing up, or was it? I mean,
Wow.
did you guys play sports? Did you-
I did play sports. I played basketball.
Dude, he's a mean basketball player.
I'm actually
Yeah?
not. You know,
no.
I'm
He's,
like-
he's so good, bro.
He had the Splash Brothers reference.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
that's-
saying.
Yeah.
He's a b-ball for life. bro.
I don't keep up with basketball no more, but yeah, I guess I did grow up playing basketball, but yeah, I would say it was a pretty significant part of my life. It was nice. It was a nice little escape, you know what I mean? But I was on the basketball team back in high school, and I was also in the theater department as well. So you know, it kind of went hand in hand with those two. Obviously, I prioritized the acting more, but basketball was always a nice escape. I've never taken it seriously. It was more so just for me to kind of like play and just kind of be free, I guess. I don't play no more, but I've actually been meaning to get back into it. But yeah, no, just basketball. I can't really remember anything else that I enjoyed doing. I don't know.
Besides acting.
Besides acting.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Yeah, honestly, like I think that's why we relate to each other so much, is because we've had like, I think, just such a strong imagination since we were like children. So that, I don't think there's anything else that we've ever like had. I mean, I like wrestling, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
WWE, like UFC, like combat sports, all that stuff. I love that, but I wouldn't. It's not a hobby. I don't go out of my way to make it a hobby.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Not like the school wrestling, but
No,
like
like-
the WWE.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like live theater, men in tights. Like,
I'm glad you brought that up. I went on a TikTok rabbit hole one night.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are on TikTok at all.
yeah,
We are.
You're going to be.
Okay, sick. Okay, awesome.
It's funny because when people go, "Yeah, I'm not on TikTok," I'm like, "You will be." Like when this comes out. But you know how TikTok works is like there'll be like 2-3 day stretches where they just show you the same thing
Yes.
of different stuff, and then for some reason the algorithm blessed me with WWE, WWF
Nice.
entrances.
Oh, it's so
I
cool.
get goosebumps even saying it, like, because they were so epic.
Yeah.
Like when you hear like the Undertaker, dong,
Yeah.
everyone in the audience knew that the Undertaker was coming in the building, and
Yup,
like
yup.
everyone like acts shocked or whatever.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
exactly right. It is theater and it's
Yeah.
entertainment. Like
Yeah.
it's pure entertainment. I loved it.
Yeah. It's art. It honestly
Yeah.
really is art.
Yeah, like it brought me. I used to play the wrestling video games and stuff like that.
I used to be a big collector of the action figures, actually, for like the longest time. Like the actual like figures of him and stuff like that. I just used to love like collecting them.
Who was your favorite?
My favorite my favorite wrestler of all time is like John Cena.
Okay,
Just cause
John Cena, you can't
one of
see
the
him.
goats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
One of no, like actually one of the goats. Like, all right. And then and then my new favorite is Seth Rollins. If anybody who's like keeping up with it whatsoever, Seth Rollins is like one of my new goats as well, because I just think he's
So you're still
fantastic.
into this.
Oh, I still watch.
Yeah, he goes crazy about it.
No,
Every time
I'm
when there's
like
like
a
a
big
wrestling
fan
match,
of
we'd be
WWE,
driving
yeah.
up and he's like locked in. He's like, all right, don't talk to me. I'm gonna lock
No,
in.
and I'm
AirPods.
like locked in for like 2 hours
Yeah.
straight, not talking to him whatsoever. you
Yeah,
know? And then
yeah.
he gets like all like frustrated and stuff. He's like, "You don't talk to me anymore, man. You don't talk to me." And I'm like, "I do talk to you."
I'm now just running through my head like every great duo movie that I think I can name. You guys got to do some type of movie. Like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Right.
Please
Yeah.
tell me you've seen it.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I actually have not seen that.
I've never seen a movie actually.
I shed tears.
You just
I've
lied.
seen- I've
You
seen-
just lied, bro.
I was talking about the scene. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Where-
me too. Me too.
Yeah, where they go
Hey,
to
you
the
came
White
clean.
Castle.
At least you came clean.
I've never seen someone like reverse it so quickly, bro.
Dude, Harold and Kumar. I last time I watched that, I cried. Like literally had tears rolling down my cheeks.
That's so cool.
One of my favorite movies of all time, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. I've seen that one, but it's been so long.
Yeah,
Been so
I
long.
can't remember it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
have seen that one. though.
Yeah.
But it's like when I saw you guys on stage, like that's the type of feeling I got. Like I go,
Nice.
this is that duo. That
Yeah.
that energy. It's a certain energy because that's not an everyday thing. Like
Yeah.
you can't really force that.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's either there or it's not. Like, and if it's there, you have to cultivate it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But it sounds like, did you guys know when you first met on that movie? When you first met, did you have any of that back then, or is it more of like when you connected and went to Playhouse that you guys found that?
I don't think we knew that we had.
I don't
that.
think so either. Like in terms of like the dynamic and everything and how we like function together, I don't think so.
No, I just think that we were blessed to be. I mean, I feel like you could like agree with this, that we were blessed to be raised with a lot of funny people in our lives.
Yeah.
And like me and him tend to see the stupidity in a lot of things.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
no, I
like
see
it's
that.
even like in the smallest things of like a look or something like that, where like we will laugh about it for like 5 to 10 minutes straight and nobody else will find it funny. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's what we also relate on that, if that makes any sense,
Mhm. It's like those moments when you like see when people, or I keep referring back to Step
Yeah,
Brothers when
yeah.
they go, did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
Like, what-
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like little things that we see, and we kind of look at each other. We're like, dude, we're laughing at the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And so we were fortunate enough to kind of discover that connection between ourselves.
Mm.
And I don't think we were ever aware of like the dynamic.
Mhm.
I think we were aware that we're a fun pair,
Yeah.
but we never looked at it on an entertainment perspective
Yeah.
until we wrote and then put it up, and then we
Yeah.
we're like, dude, we should do this more.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Are you guys, besides writing your own stuff, are there any like 2-man plays that you guys have your eye on? Because I
We're-
could definitely see you two doing that.
We're,
too.
we're definitely looking into some other plays and stuff like that, but just trying to find the right one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Just trying to find the right one. Do you had one that you came to me with recently, didn't you?
Which one was it?
I forgot what it was.
It was
called.
This Is Our Youth, right? Is
Yeah, I
that
think
this
so.
one?
Yeah, This Is Our Youth.
Yeah,
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've never seen or read it.
It's a great play. What's it called? We might want to bring it to Froy maybe and stuff like that, and see what he can do with it. It involves like one more person as well. But it has like a lot of like the essence of what we could bring to it. It's it's a lot of like just like absurdity. So yeah. And I feel like that's where we thrive in certain yeah.
I still remember that nursery rhyme showcase you guys did. That was stellar as well.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad you enjoyed
I think
it.
that might have been the first time I saw you two, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's so
that
cool.
might have been the first time, and I'm like, strong group. I think I may or may not have told Wolf. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking like, oh, this is a strong group. Like the other people that have climbed the ranks with you guys, it seems like everyone's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Nice.
I felt like that was a strong
During
unit.
that- yeah, for sure,
That was
during that time,
it
yeah.
was nice. Yeah, that was our first time doing the nursery rhyme, so that was fun. And I think everyone around us that climbed up with us was
Really brought it as well.
they really brought it.
Yeah. We were also fortunate enough to have so much like rehearsal time during that one. Like I think Wolf pushed that show back twice, maybe. I think was it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be put in December, and then he pushed it to January, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were just like on the off time, we would just drill it as much as we can. And I think we also take a lot of Wolf's notes like really to heart. It's like one of the like I remember during the nursery rhymes, he told everybody, he's like, hey, I don't want these to be skits. Like I want you guys to treat it like it's gonna be your best performance of your life, something along those lines. And I think we all really kind of took that to heart and really took that as a challenge of like, well, if we only have like one line per like person or whatever, we'll make that one line really like hit, So yeah.
Yeah, the nursery rhymes are what, first of all, gave me some perspective into the genius of Wolf
Nice.
on how he directs things and all
Yeah.
that. Once you see how you can stretch things and this, that, and the other, but it also
Yeah.
just stretches your mind creatively.
Yeah.
Even outside of acting stuff, anything. Like we just said with the podcast, like, let's move this outside. Like let's
Yeah.
let's go in one of the cars and then someone go out on the street and I'm exaggerating, but it's
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
we can do
but
that.
we
there's
would,
no
though.
rules. If it's not in the rules that you can't do it,
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah. It's endless ideas. It's Tesseract, as Wolf would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We should do it at a Wendy's parking lot. Like
We
for the
should.
second one. Like that'd be
Yeah.
so fun.
Maybe they'll sponsor the episode.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so sick. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? That's
Do you guys
awesome.
ever get like the Baconator or anything like that?
I get the Baconator. I don't get it too often, but I love the Baconator. It's I'm a big meat guy. You know what I mean?
I am too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of it's stacked. You know what I mean? There's bacon, cheese, the ground beef. You know what I mean? Can't
It's
go wrong,
bomb, bro.
Yeah.
It's fire.
It's real good. But Wendy's is not my favorite fast food place. I would say though. It's got to be McDonald's probably. I don't eat it no more, but it used to be McDonald's growing up. So yeah.
So we'll cut the part where you said Wendy's is
Yeah,
one of your
yeah.
favorite because then we'll make a TikTok clip and the next thing you know, Wendy's might be reaching out.
Yeah, it's like what the heck, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Some girl got she was eating a mozzarella stick from like TGA Fridays.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it was them or Applebee's, somebody like that. Just blew up, like went completely viral. Like, It's
Really?
just amazing, like the things that
Oh, was it like those like cheese squares that they're
Yeah.
selling now?
it might be.
I've been seeing those.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been dying to like try those like those mozzarella sticks. Like I've been wanting to get one of those. Like actually, yeah. Man.
All right, well let's just stop and go.
Let's just let's just go right now.
And then and we're back. Eating the cheese sticks. No, we're not really going to do that. But I'm always curious too for the people that grew up in Anaheim area.
Mhm.
Did you guys spend a ton of time at Disneyland? Is that something like you did all the
No.
time?
No, we didn't actually. A lot of people do think that though, but no, we
It's really
Yeah.
expensive.
yeah, it's really expensive. I've only stepped foot in there like once growing up. What about you?
I've been there like maybe like 7 or 8 times, but every single one of those times I have not paid for it whatsoever.
Oh, really?
I've gotten lucky through connections or like through
Yeah.
some of my friends or like whoever. Honestly, they'll just be like, "Hey, I have a free ticket." I'm like, "All right, I'll go." But I'm not the biggest fan of Disneyland, to be quite honest.
Yeah, me either. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Unless they want to sponsor us. Unless they want to sponsor us, and like biggest fan of it.
But no, yeah, it's funny because it's so interesting to see people coming from out of town. They come like that's like a landmark for them to go visit. You know what I mean? And then to
Yeah.
us, it's just that's Disneyland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did grow up going to Knott's Berry Farm though. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of it. I've
Yeah.
never been.
I like I like that amusement park. It's pretty fun. It's
Knott's is
less
fun.
crowded, but it's cool.
Yeah, Knott's is cool. I
Yeah,
like Knott's.
yeah.
Well, there's the movie right there. Kyle and Abraham go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Did you ever, anyone have, man, I'm just throwing out movie titles.
Yeah.
Ernest, did anyone ever watch Ernest in here or
Ernest? No.
know what I'm talking about?
No.
It basically was like Ernest goes to church. Ernest goes to the park. Like Ernest goes, Arthur the aardvark, you know? Okay, so like Arthur goes to school. Arthur, it was just endless branding.
Right.
So like
so cool.
Ernest like had a movie for everything.
Yeah.
Like Ernest Christmas.
That's so cool. We should
That's really
probably
cool.
do that.
Yeah. She's like, yeah.
Get sponsors that way too.
Yeah.
So what are the biggest challenges for you guys as actors that you have encountered, and how have you overcome those? Because we go to your shows and your plays, and you did a full length play not too long ago.
Yeah.
That was great, man. Like
dude,
that was an experience.
That
I'm
was
sure.
super exhausting, man. It was,
Yeah.
It was a time, but it was really rewarding as an artist. I think. And he knows because he would pull up with me.
I went to all of his rehearsals.
Yeah,
You went to all of them.
Like
Wow.
I think at least 80% of my rehearsals he would go, and I'm talking about like 6 a.m. rehearsals, like early. So he would text me. He would be like, "Hey man, like, are you gonna go rehearse before?" I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "We'll see the vibes, but I think I'm gonna go with you." I'm like, "All right, cool." And so he'd go, and he would just chill there, and I'd be rehearsing.
Yeah.
But
Driving from Anaheim.
driving
Yeah.
from Anaheim.
Yeah.
So what time were you guys getting up and getting in the car?
5 a.m.
Yeah, like 5 a.m.
Sometimes 4.
Sometimes 4. Yeah, 4 a.m. Because luckily when we go that early, there isn't as much traffic. It's usually about 45 minutes, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But we still got to wake up early to kind of like, wake up and everything, get our morning routine in. But there's times where we would leave at 4:30, 4:45. So it's very early.
Yeah, super early. Yeah. But that was a time, man, doing standing by. But I don't regret a single second. I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot during that time. And I think it's made me like a stronger actor. And that's what I'm like looking for, is to become continuously to become like a stronger actor.
Yeah.
How about you? What are some
Yeah, no.
challenges you ran into?
I think from the years of being at Playhouse and just, doing it with Abraham, I think a challenge that always comes back for me is trying to really like squash my ego. I think that's like the biggest thing is to not be don't be stubborn about that stuff, be open to new ideas, take notes and everything, because, I remember in my, beginner and intermediate, a lot of times when I would get notes, I would take the notes. I would take them pretty smoothly, I would say. Same with Abraham as well. And but there was always like this itch being like, nah, but this is my art. So, screw what they say, this and that. But I think learning to Abraham and I, we talked about this like so much, and it's about, it just made me realize like having that mindset and trying to destroy like the ego, like really diving into your ego and really trying to get rid of it completely, to not be stubborn about that. I think is probably one of the biggest challenges that keeps reoccurring for me. And I feel like I'm still trying to get rid of it till this day. So yeah, that's something that I've been trying to work on. Yeah, just getting rid of the ego. You know what I mean?
I love that. That's a great insight. You and me both, man, because it's, I'll quote, paraphrase Mr. Carnegie said one time, the quicker you can recognize your deficiencies, or like having the ability to recognize your deficiencies, the quicker you can do that, the quicker you can do what it takes to adjust them. And it sounds really simple.
Yeah.
But the ego complicates that greatly.
It does.
Because I've exactly what you said. I'm like, well, this is how I do it. So
Yeah.
if you don't like it, whatever. And I think there's a time and place for that.
Yeah.
Where a little ego is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
In your art, like to do something complete. But there is, though, especially when you're trying to look at it from a business angle, or trying to get people to want to watch or experience something. It's like sometimes you do have to, I don't know if compromise is the right word, but you do have to make some adjustments.
I think that would be like the best way to describe it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I battle with that even with this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, it's a long form podcast, and someone's like, hey man, maybe you should do like shorter episodes or something like that. No, this is long form. This is Joe Rogan style. This is how we do it. But then after 120, it's like,
Just
well,
yeah.
maybe but that's why you do, okay, well, maybe I still want to do the long form, but that's why it's real important we do clips.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we make medium-sized clips,
Yeah.
maybe like a 10, like the whole oh fuck part. Like
Yeah.
that was probably like a good 3-4 minute
Find
thing.
yeah, you got to find the moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you find those, but yeah, I totally relate
Yeah.
to you guys
Yeah.
on that because man, you always like, does it ever go away? Like it just,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Does it? Who knows?
I mean, I think, yeah. Hopefully, I feel like one
I hope
day
so, too.
it'll completely go away.
Yeah.
But you are right. I think it's always okay to have a little bit of ego, though. I've been fortunate enough to be on a couple of sets, and I think like to have that little bit of ego to like talk a little bit with the director and be like, hey man, I know you want to do it this way, but like I think maybe we could play with it just a little bit, because maybe you as an artist feel like there's a direction that maybe the director's not looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But ultimately, for sure,
Yeah.
like ego, I think kills a lot of artists. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good way to look at it because at the end of the day, when you're on a set, it's a collaborative process on
Yeah.
both ends. I think a lot of people forget that sometimes and they give all the power to the
the
director.
director, yeah.
And they do have power, but it's like, we're all here at the end of the day to create the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think yeah, it's important to look at it from that perspective.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I don't know who's exactly came up with this quote, but starve the ego, feed the soul.
Who
Is-
you don't know the
I want to say DJ AM,
'Cause
or
that's
at
a
least
really
he
good-
used
yeah,
to talk
that's a good
about
quote.
God rest his
Yeah.
soul, but I think he used to bring that up.
wow,
But yeah, starve the ego, feed the soul.
that's so cool.
But I do feel you do need a little of that ego in you
Yeah.
because I also feel ego is related to motivation and
Yeah.
inspiration, and
Yeah.
it gives you that kick to go
Yeah.
out and do it,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
type of thing.
Yep.
But it does get to that point too, where especially out here in LA, and I think that's maybe one of the biggest things for people to navigate out here is like when you're this is the arena
Yeah.
out here. This is where everyone comes
Yeah.
to try it. And it's like you come out here thinking like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, but it's like if you're not getting traction on it or something's not clicking, it's like, well, maybe you should think of it a little differently. Maybe you don't have to sacrifice all of what you're trying to do,
Mhm.
but just pivot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm talking to myself right now when I say that. But it's tough,
Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's very, very tough.
So any other challenges that you guys experience or insights or
I think I struggle a lot with anxiety. So that has been and he knows this firsthand too. Like he's seen so many panic attacks. He's seen me like faint one time. Like
Yeah,
he's but yeah, so I struggle a lot with that. So me being able to like trying to use theater and acting to overcome anxiety of like, because my whole family really is anxious. Like my cousins are anxious. They struggle with anxiety and all that stuff. And that I see how it forces them to not pursue or do things that they truly could do. You know what I mean? And so, I'm very happy that I have come this far, especially with having anxiety and stuff like that. Because it's really bad, man. Like I'm telling you, like it gets to a really, really bad degree. I think I had a therapist one time tell me like, we were talking and I told him like, yeah, I want to be an actor. And they were like, oh, so like, have you acted before? I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, wow, like, so you do theater? And I'm like, yeah, but don't you have anxiety? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's you're contradicting yourself. Like, and I'm like, why? Like, so yeah, I think just continuously overcoming that challenge of just saying like, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay that your hands are sweaty. It's okay that your heart is racing out of your chest. It's okay that you want to jump off a roof. That's fine. That's completely fine. Because as long as you go out there and you go on stage or you go behind the camera and you're just being your genuine self, that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, and he has like severe anxiety because I don't mean not in a bad way. It's just like it's nice to just have someone with you like through the journey. I think we've said that a couple of times already, but it's nice for because I see it when it happens, and I try my best to kind of figure out ways to try to calm him down or try to see what is gonna fix it in this moment. Obviously it doesn't just go away, but it's like try to be there for him. Try to make sure he's still gonna be on this path to make it as an actor. You know what I mean? Get his shit straight. You know what I mean? But so I guess yeah. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen him have panic attacks. I've seen him like he said, almost fainted. Yeah. It just happens out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So,
And it's like in the most randomest times too.
Yeah.
So okay, it's not something that's so it's not like premeditated. It will just randomly pop up.
It's from my understanding, for me at least, I don't know if everybody else like has the same experience, but because I do a lot of acting and all that stuff, it's very anxiety inducing, right? So I'm constantly shoving that down. So when I am in my most peaceful and it's quiet and I'm not doing nothing, is when all that stuff starts coming back up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I'm shoving it down constantly. You know? Yeah.
So it's like when he's at peace, it starts. You start feeling.
Yeah, I
anxiety
start
attack,
feeling the
yeah.
panic attacks come, and then I start quiet because it'll be like one thing that just like triggers it, and I'm like, and it'll be like such a small thing, and I'm like, why is like I know this isn't the cause of it, so then I have to start doing like internal dialogue and start really like dissecting myself and be like, well, how did you feel about this? How did you feel about that? Like, okay, let's like explore all this, you know? So yeah,
Do you ever meditate?
I pray actually. I pray. Yeah. Me personally. Yeah.
No, well, it's different strokes for different folks, right?
Yes,
It's like
sir.
whatever
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, it
good quote.
sounds like, and I relate to you too. I can think back to times just like the more busy I became with everything,
Mhm.
you don't think about that stuff as much because you're busy. But the second like there was a stall in something, that's when everything would come up. Which again, you shouldn't run from it. I guess is what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I thinking back to, I remember some times like that as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like as severe as what maybe what you were going through, but
no. But I mean, again, very, very happy that like again, I have a really good friend like right next to me.
yeah, it's awesome.
I have a I have a great support system that continuously supports me, and I'm very blessed with that. Genuinely super, super blessed. So for me to continue to pursue this, and I wouldn't be pursuing this if I didn't genuinely love it. So the day that I don't love this is the day that I don't pursue this, which I don't see that happening at all. So
Right.
yeah,
Amen.
amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Sorry, I had to throw that out there too.
I'm glad you threw it out there.
Bro.
Because
You guys know their story, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We look up to them so much.
Well,
like,
because the more I'm getting to know you here, that's what's interesting about this episode, because I a lot of this is like I don't know the answers to a lot of what we're talking about. Well, because like some people I even if I didn't know them well, like I knew some
Right.
other we had, but this is great. But like I love about Damon and Affleck when they were talking about, I mean, I remember one of them was saying they used to have like weekly meetings back in Boston or wherever it was. Just, they didn't even know what they were going to meet about. They just go, we got to have a meeting.
Yeah, we just got to do it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Those
Yeah.
guys, man, like they just had this chemistry between them and this just common drive,
Yeah.
to do it. And it sounds like that you two have that, not just the drive, but you guys have this chemistry and empathy
Yeah.
toward one of each other and understanding of one another. That's priceless, man. What
Yeah.
you guys have.
that actually, yeah. I mean,
No, I think so too. It's
That's the intro right there.
that's the intro. That's really cool that you say that, because we talk about that a lot. How like we
Yeah.
really look up to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we do weekly meetings too, and there's a lot of times where we don't even know what we're meeting up for. Like I think a couple of days ago, I just texted him. I was at work. I was like, because we have a set day that we meet up, and we usually talk about what we're gonna do beforehand. But I just texted him on Monday, and I was like, hey, dude, I'm gonna come over for like 30, 40 minutes. And he's like, oh, I thought we were gonna skip today or whatever. Right? I'm like, no, we'll just see what happens. we just go. So we'll launch a direction. You know,
he
what I mean?
just ended up laying my bed, and I ended up laying my, and we were just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking, but that's important though, because human interaction, we need that as actors. You know what I mean? So yeah, like can't leave you hanging.
Yeah.
But yeah, genuinely though, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was just interesting to relay that with what you were saying with Matt Damon and Affleck. You know,
because we really look up to them as a duo for sure.
They're a great duo to look up to.
They're fantastic. yeah.
I mean, really, the bar doesn't get it much higher than those
Yeah.
two as far as duos
Yep.
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I've said this a million times
Yeah.
on this podcast, but I love the Good Will Hunting Oscar story. Well, first of all, that they pulled it off. I believe they're like 27, something
yeah,
like that.
dude,
Yeah.
they were young.
But then Damon talked about how he went home to his Hollywood apartment. He said his girlfriend was sleeping, and on the coffee table, he just set the Oscar there, and he's like watching TV at like 2 a.m. and he's like, "Huh, That's
That's
all
it.
this is.
Yeah,
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 but he
yeah.
said he was glad that happened to him really early
Yeah.
because then he no longer had to chase that.
Right.
He's like, he's true. And I'm act like I know him talking for him. But I interpreted it as, because a lot of people will chase accolades their whole career.
Yeah.
And they'll also think their career is a failure if they never get that.
Mhm.
Sure, it's awesome. Like when DiCaprio finally won an Oscar, like I loved it. I was a huge fan. When Brad Pitt he finally won an Oscar. But if those two guys never win an Oscar, are they any less of actors?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
But just those guys, like that drive that they had to make that movie, huge hit, obviously opens it up for both of them, but just to see like where they took it from there and that chemistry between them, man, like it's a unique thing. So I see it in you two.
That's awesome.
So it's but now now it all makes sense though, as you're telling me, like, no, yeah, we meet, we have this bond, understanding one another. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Even that one act that you guys did hits deeper now. Like if I were to see it, you guys need to do it like right now. Like
Let's do it right now.
the opening scene was gold. But that dynamic of those two, were they related in the one act or not? Or was it just two friends?
Just two friends.
Yeah, just two friends. Yeah.
But now like it hits deeper because and now it makes sense why it was so good because you guys know what that's like.
Yeah.
To have that dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember people would ask us like, what's it about? Or like, why did we ended up writing what we wrote? We would always respond with, we just wanted to capture our friendship.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you say that because
that was like the main key point. I think we were in a car one day and I told him, I was like, bro, like we need to capitalize on whatever we have right here because like for some reason people are entertained by us and we don't know why. We genuinely don't. I was like, bro, we got to write something about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I'm down. And so we just, again,
because people would always tell us that how we're like a fun pair to be around.
Yeah.
They just like being around us. And we're like, dude. And then that was when he told me that in the car. It's like we gotta do something with it. And that's when we wrote the one act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we just started with the opening scene, and that's all that we had.
Yeah.
We're like,
And
we don't know where it's gonna go, but we'll figure it out.
Great opening scene.
Yeah.
That's so That was also that the opening scene was like in a Target parking lot, right?
Yeah, that was in the Target parking lot.
Yeah.
You guys are just like the parking lot brothers, man. I'm gonna call you tailgaters. Like,
Dude, go ahead, man.
the tailgating of acting.
It happens a lot in the parking lot. I think it's because we kind of just bring up ideas randomly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up a table and just watch. I'm just gonna come watch. I'm gonna set up a chair and just watch.
We
So it just
should.
happens randomly. You guys just pull into a random parking lot.
Yeah. It just happens. It just happens like mid. Yeah, whatever.
Conversation too. Mid conversation. We'll literally be talking about anything, and then out of nowhere, like it'll like pop out an idea, and then like he'll start like riffing something, and then I'll be like, well, let me riff something too, and so it'll just create. Something.
We just start meshing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, based on how we create things, I think it's more so because we match each other's like stupidness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whether it's like me bringing up like a stupid, outlandish idea, and then he'll be like, "Damn, that's stupid," but let me say something even more stupid.
Yeah.
And then that's when we start going stupid,
Yeah.
and then there.
But
You know what I mean?
But it's almost like we throw like it's almost like it's so much stupid where like after we're done doing so much stupid stuff, we're like, okay, so let's try to justify this this stupidity
to make it not just stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
realistic so that people can resonate to it.
Yeah.
In some sort of
to then so that it can become a good stupid, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
That was a lot of stupid.
with
That was a lot of
us.
stupids.
a lot of fucks and a lot of stupid.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna name the episode that, but fuck stupid. Like I don't know.
That'd be a great episode. Though. Great title.
It actually make people think like, well, why did he call it that? Oh, and I had a great thought and I just lost it. Duo thought. Well, Eric, I think he's somewhere around here, possibly.
I am.
Just to
Yeah, what's up?
just to relate to you guys,
Mhm.
like we there's a couple rituals we have outside of this podcast.
Oh, cool.
Monday's chest day in the gym, lifting
nice.
weights. We go crush chest day,
Damn right.
and then hot yoga. We go do that.
Nice.
Usually once a week on both of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. You guys do that together?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
nice.
more people in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it together. But to relate to you guys, like when he said, "Hey, I'm just gonna come over,"
Yeah.
even though we don't have anything planned, but it's
Yeah.
like it builds that chemistry. It
Yeah, so
builds
cool.
that camaraderie.
Of course. Yeah.
Um, And that's why Playhouse West is such a great place to go to find a tribe.
I think so
Because
too.
within month one, what was amazing to me, like within month one, you are bonded to these people. Like I felt like I knew for years. Because you're also put in a position of you got to rehearse, and we're gonna know if you don't rehearse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the person showing up
That's
to
not
class.
rehearsing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you rehearse?
Can't
So
be
at least
looking like you don't rehearse. You know what I mean?
And that's a great that you guys always had a guaranteed door and activity rehearsal
we did.
like
All the
that.
time.
We were like 5 minutes away. We just called each other up.
Yeah.
We did it in a parking lot of
Oh no! Actually, we
of
did. No, we
Regals.
did.
You did in
No,
a
I swear.
parking lot.
Like oh my god. Yeah. In
Did you
the
knock on his
that.
car door or what?
Yeah.
yeah. No,
I
actually.
totally forgot about that. Yeah, back in beginner and intermediate, that's where we would rehearse. Like when we couldn't come up to LA and rehearse with the LA peers,
Yeah.
we would just rehearse in Anaheim at this movie theater parking lot.
Regals. In Garden Grove.
Garden Grove.
In the middle of the night, midnight. During that
It's
time,
like
it was-
2 a.m., 1 a.m.
Yeah. And there was like homeless people, and so many times we'd be like, it'd be like, the basic of basic, like, oh, your shirt is red, your shirt is red. And we'd be like yelling at each other,
Yeah.
your shirt is red, your shirt is red. And there'd be like homeless people just like sleeping,
Yeah.
and we would wake them up because we're like getting into it.
Yeah.
And we could see from like our corner of like our eye, they would be like
Yeah.
peeking, like just
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah.
us, seeing like, is this an actual
Hey,
argument?
what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we had to make a stamp. We had to show them who the real crackheads were. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was a fun time.
Cops
Everything was in
never
the parking
came.
lot.
Like no one ever.
Cops never came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always gotten eyes though, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, we like. I think
It was a scary time to be outside. That
I
time
was
as
just saying,
well,
like, yeah,
I would
Garden
say.
Grove.
It's not the safest at night.
yeah.
It's not. But
Dude,
we
there
were
was a lot
in
of-
it, man.
yeah. There was a lot of people passing by, like on their bikes, dogging us down and stuff. But we just had to stay in it, going like,
yeah.
"Get out of my house!" And then they'll scare them away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Though there was definitely a couple of times where eventually it got to a point where we were like, oh, this feels dangerous, and so like we definitely would like run to the car. I think one time
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a guy
Yeah, there
that
was.
came by. Remember the
Yeah,
car?
I remember that.
Yeah, there was a car that came by, and they said like, oh, someone just got shot, or something like that. And me and him just like did the slowest like look at each other. We're like, should we go? Should we not?
Because
Like,
we didn't know to believe them or not.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
should we keep continuing this exercise we're doing?
Yeah.
Or should we just leave?
And eventually we were just like, let's slowly speed walk, and then we just started eventually like running to like
Yeah.
our cars and just dipping out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was worth it though to get those reps in.
Yeah.
Because I remember it showed in class. It bled
it
in
did.
class.
It did.
For sure.
This is getting more and more interesting as we go along.
Yeah.
This line, because it started out like, oh yeah, no, the Wendy's parking lot. And then
Yeah.
you mentioned, oh, we did do it in a Target parking lot. And,
Also,
well,
Regal's
Regal
parking lot.
Cinemas. I mean,
Just
what else
anywhere.
don't we know? Like
Yeah.
here, like there has to be others.
That's crazy. I mean, where else have
Where else have we done it?
we do it everywhere. Like
Yeah,
actually,
we do it everywhere. We do it so randomly.
Yeah.
But it just, those are like the key. Those are like the key parts, though.
It's a lot of parking lots for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of parking lots, a lot of random places. You know,
Yeah.
people always look at us.
Yeah.
Um,
And we don't care. And honestly, it's so nice to have someone to not be embarrassed about doing
yeah,
it.
it's refreshing.
It's so refreshing because there's a lot of actors who you'll do something like outlandish and they do get in their heads or they get like timid about it. And so I can always count on him. Where even if there is a slight part in his head where he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, that's such a big choice. I know in his head he's like, I gotta go bigger. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
in
it's
him-
always like that with us.
yeah.
And and just adding on to that, because I worked with a lot of partners, and we don't always have the space to do it. So then we would do it outside, and then I can see every time when a person passes by and we're like getting like a heated argument,
Mhm.
they always like look like do like a side eye to go like, are we gonna keep going? Like like it takes them out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And just going back to what you were saying though, it's the kind of like when one of us makes a big choice, even when we have that second guess of like, oh, I don't know if we should like really commit. But we always do it. Like I can always
We
count
always
on them
say
to do
fuck
it.
it.
We're like,
Like,
all right,
yeah.
I gotta go one up them. I got one up them, and
Yeah.
we just go big, and people look at us, and I always hold a paper in my handle just so they know that we're acting. I do that on purpose. I don't know if you do that.
No, I don't.
I always
don't,
hold a
no,
paper
no.
in my hand though.
That's smart,
just
though.
so they know. Yeah.
That's funny, and that's totally an LA staple. I was I walk in a park near here, and I've run into Playhouse people rehearsing there, but even non-Playhouse people.
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day just like talking to themselves, and on another trail I was on too, like just talking, but I looked and there was the paper, and I'm like, that's LA. Like, people
Yeah.
are just
That's the
rehearsing. they
LA
got
dream,
auditions.
Yeah,
like, everyone's
exactly.
like looking at paper,
That's the
rehearsing
life.
everywhere.
That's the life. Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I remembered what I was going to say. You guys need to do a web series. You don't have to do it, but
No,
I'm saying
it's
that
crazy that
could
you
be
say
something
that.
you two could do, I think.
Yeah.
And even just like the journey of what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun, like the Office style, kind of like docu-series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be very fun.
That would be very fun.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
That would be
We've
really
also
good.
talked about doing stand-up comedy together, where
Yeah.
we don't have the chops for that, or we do have
Like-
the chops, but we
like-
don't. Yeah, yeah.
Like going up together on the mic.
Yeah, we can do a
Yeah.
package. You know what I mean? We'll let you know if that ever happens, and then
I'll be in the front row.
okay,
Hell
cool,
yeah.
cool, and we'll pay you to laugh at every joke.
You better,
Yeah.
you better laugh at every joke, man.
Have you guys ever done stand-up
No,
comedy?
No,
we haven't,
never.
but everyone tells us to do it though.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are funny.
Yeah.
See, now that to me is the hardest art form.
No,
I think
I
so,
agree.
too.
I agree. Stand up is so
Because-
hard. Yeah.
It's one reaction you're looking for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make me laugh.
That's so true.
Acting and music and everything else, it's like, well, it's all subjective, right?
Right.
Whereas
A lot of
comedy
interpretations. Yeah,
Mhm.
is comedy.
Yeah. You gotta make me laugh. Damn, that's so true.
yeah. That's a good perspective to look at
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
never
Yeah.
looked at it like that. So yeah, it's scary to look at it from that perspective because it's like if I don't make you laugh, shit,
I'm not doing my job.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you'd do, like if you went up there, like you heard like you heard like absolutely nothing after your
Yeah.
first?
I'll probably justify it. You know, I'll be like, I moved them. I moved them. There's something they probably weren't laughing because they didn't want to laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I had a bad day. you
But
know?
yeah, it was just a bad day. They had a bad day, but I did something for them at least. They saw something. They took it in. Whatever crossed their mind. They could have been like, oh my God, that guy was not a good comedian, but as long as I got you to think that, I'm doing art. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
That's how I would justify it in my mind.
Yeah.
But it's not the right way, but I'll do it. Yeah.
See, right there, that could even be part of the web series. You guys are these two comedians that are trying to sell this 2-person act.
Yo,
I
these
don't
are really
do,
good
do
ideas.
they?
Holy
Does
shit,
anyone
yeah.
even do a 2-person comedian act?
No, I think it hasn't been done in a good minute.
So that's what we got.
I'm sure it's maybe happened before.
No,
but
yeah,
I can see how that
has,
could be
yes.
extremely challenging to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Just with the timing, but you guys have that with each other, so maybe you could pull that off.
we definitely also look up to a lot of like Key and Peele and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too. Like
That's another, yeah. There you go.
Sketch comedy is I
Sketch-
think,
sketch
where-
comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah,
That's what
it's yeah.
I think that's where we
That
are
right there.
looking to expand
Yes.
next.
that right there.
Yes.
Is it Keel and Peele? Key and Peele.
Yeah, I think it's Key and Peele.
Key and
I
Peele?
think.
Yeah, Key and Peele,
yeah. They're masterminds.
They're
Oh,
amazing.
hilarious.
They're fantastic. They're so
Hilarious.
good. Yeah.
And Jordan, right? Jordan.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, the
He's
films
fantastic
that
as a
he's
director
done
as
on
well.
his, and directed and
Mhm.
made that's definitely that vein. Because they tapped into that Chappelle show type. I used to watch In Living Color, the sketch comedy they used to do.
yes,
Saturday
yes.
Night Live, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But yeah, that right there, man, because that would brand you guys just with your acting. You guys are the two main guys, and a bunch of actors. It'd be easy to
That's
throw
so true. Yeah, it
people
would
in
be.
skits
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
It's
Well-
it's insane that you say that because we are like we really are like one of the things that we talk about in our meetings once a week is doing that like sketch
Yeah,
comedy. and
sketch
seeing
comedy. I think
where-
that's what we're looking to prioritize.
yeah,
or
yeah,
capitalize on.
and which avenue to go to, whether it's like TikTok or Instagram or any of that too, and really like trying to study the game of like, well, why is this popping? Why is this like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So have you guys? I'm sure you've probably discussed it. So you guys are obviously your own individual
Yeah,
brands, but
yeah.
as your collective brand, I mean, you guys thinking of forming some type of company together or brand name together? Like
Mm.
I don't know what Ben Affleck and
Yeah,
Damon
yeah.
are called.
Honestly, I don't think I've thought that far.
I
out.
haven't thought that far ahead either,
Yeah.
but it's for sure it would be we thought of like collaborating for sure and
Yeah,
making us
100%.
like a
Yeah.
brand, Abe and Kyle. That's all, you know
Kyle
what I
and
mean?
Abe, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Cabe, that'd be a cute
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
What if I cause like this controversy? Well, should be Abraham and Kyle, of course.
I was gonna do that as a
Ky-
joke.
I think Kyle and Abraham sounds a little bit better. Well, actually.
No, actually, it's so funny. We've had that argument in
Yeah.
class all the time. Or I mean, in the car. Like we'll talk about like, when people like talk about it, they're like, oh, it's when people say like either my name and Kyle or Kyle and Abe or whatever.
Yeah.
And we talk about that, and like we always make jokes about how like, dude, your name goes first because they like you better. And then I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not true, bro. Your name goes first because they like you better. And so we just go back and forth, and we'll talk about that for like 20 minutes.
Cabe Films.
There-
Cape Films.
Cape
Hey,
Films.
that sounds pretty
That sounds-
good.
Yeah, that sounds probably pretty fire.
Remember it, Cape Films. It's
Cape
crazy.
Films, there you go.
Yep,
Hell yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
KAB or KABE, however you want to
Cape
do
Yeah.
it.
Films. I like that. Actually, like, I
Yeah,
like
it's a
that.
nice one. It's a nice one.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, we haven't thought that far into in terms of like creating like a company or anything.
Mhm.
But we definitely want to go the route of having like a production company type of thing,
Mhm.
like a Key and Peele. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So we want to go that direction. Whereas like
Mhm.
the duo, like us being a duo and just creating endless sketch
Yeah.
comedy or something. If it's not sketch comedy, dramatic stuff, whatever it is, you know.
And you guys have the personas for that too. There's
Yeah.
there's a certain persona you got to have for that sketch comedy type vibe,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
totally see that. And he's not sketch comedy, but I'm a huge fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David.
Yeah.
But it's like everyday situations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Larry David was the creator of Seinfeld, along with Jerry Seinfeld, and it was two extremely popular shows that were just about. They said the show's about nothing.
Yeah.
It was everyday life. Like, oh, the laundry's taken up. I just hate it when the laundry's taken up. It's such and then they'd just create like this whole thing, and they'd have these characters and the theme of the episode with this really simple stuff, but it was the personalities that made it.
That really matters.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to describe us. Is
Yeah, it's the personality. It always shines through.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
we always try to come up with like small ideas. Like the one we're writing right now really is just it stemmed from just Clifford the Big Red Dog song.
Yeah.
That's where it stemmed from. And now it's not even like in the actual version. We switched the song already.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
it's in the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Yeah.
Now it's but you know it's crazy.
But yeah, it's usually something that we kind of like the smallest things that we click on, you know,
Yeah.
that always launches us a new direction every time. You know,
Mhm.
like what you said, Clifford, the Big Red Dog.
Yeah.
It was so random, but you know, we built an idea off that. You know, like oh, it was Batman and Joker that made us build an idea. So we usually just try to click on the smallest thing and build off that.
Yeah, build off that. And we also say a lot of like we rarely ever say no as well.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
always
yeah.
do our best to say yes and so he'll bring out a really crazy idea, and he does a lot of crazy ideas. It'll be and it's the most
Same with
random.
them too. Yeah.
But it's like really random, and
Yeah.
and so I'll always be like, I never say no. I'm always like, okay, I like it. Let's see how we can justify it, so that way it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
With the whole overall story.
Yeah, and it just
You know?
goes back to what we were saying, how like we always match like the stupidness with
Yeah.
with one another, and
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. You know what I mean?
I love that. I like that, but let's justify it.
Yeah.
It's like a nice happy medium. Like, hey,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. There's a good chance we're not going to be able to do that, but if we
Yeah.
can find a way to make this work, I'm on
Exactly.
board.
It will
I'm
work.
down with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then once in a while, very rare, there will be a time where it's a little bit too far, and it will be like, I think we gotta bring it back just a tad bit, just a tad bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But usually we kind of just let it go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Not to ruffle any feathers here, but do you guys? I feel like we're about an hour into this.
Yeah.
We're comfortable.
It's
with
already
each
an hour.
other.
Wow. It's
Yeah,
like-
we're actually at almost exactly an hour.
Butter,
that's
butter's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love butter too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah, grass fed. Do you mess with grass fed butter?
Yeah, I actually don't know. I just do that. I just do that buttermilk butter. You know what I mean? Let me check that out though. Grass fed, you said?
Grass fed butter. Yeah,
Dude, butter is amazing because you throw that on your
Butter's
steaks.
fantastic, bro.
Do I what?
You throw that on your steak.
Oh, absolutely. I cook my steak in it, then I'll put butter on top of my steak.
Amen.
This man loves steak.
I love steak. I
bro.
don't eat as much anymore. I'm trying to stay away from red meat. I eat a little more chicken. But
He sends me perfect medium rares all the time.
yeah. How do you like your steak cooked,
Medium rare.
dude? Me too.
He can cook up
Hey.
a meat medium rare, man.
Seriously? Well,
Yeah.
dude, like
He can't. No, actually.
We should just do that for the next part too.
we should all get
steaks
some Korean
together.
barbecue sometime.
Dude, I
man.
love Korean barbecue.
Dude, I freaking love Korean
Wait, can we
barbecue.
do Korean barbecue, but like podcast?
Podcast?
No,
Would we be able
actually,
to?
I'd be so
Maybe-
down. That'd be
I guess
so
if the
sick.
restaurant said it was okay, that would actually be pretty dope because Korean barbecue, it's an experience, right?
Yeah.
We could just be like flipping meat as we're talking.
yeah, because that's a way for the food to cook
Yeah.
and we can like just talk. You know what I mean?
He's also a chef, man. Like he's so good at cooking at Korean barbecue.
No, I'm not like a pro chef or anything. I just love the art of Korean barbecue. You know,
He's
what I
pretty
mean?
good, man.
Got to do it right. You know what I
good.
mean?
So
I'm not-
just
yeah.
Korean barbecue, or are you talking other steaks too, like tomahawks and
But no, yeah,
ribeyes
I
and
love
stuff?
other steaks too. My best, like in terms of like me cooking steak, probably the best one. The best one I can cook is probably just like a ribeye or a sirloin steak. A tomahawk, I'm like decently. I've only done it once, but it's great. It's great. I think ribeye is probably like the best steak I can cook. But Korean barbecue, I love it. I'm actually a server at a Korean barbecue.
Really?
Yeah. Gen Korean barbecue, and that's really fun. Do you know that?
Dude, This just keeps getting better and better. That is literally one of my favorite spots to go to.
I fucking love Jen, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
actually. Yeah.
You cannot beat, first of all, great quality, but the price.
Yeah.
The price. It's
Yeah.
like, because I'll go to the ones in Vegas and the ones here in California.
Yeah. It's
They're
nice
all
to
over.
explore.
They're all
Yeah.
over. When I see a city that has a Jen Korean barbecue, I know I'm okay, that's where I'm eating.
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm going to get, and it's going to be extraordinary.
Yeah, no, it's great. The price is good, and I feel like it's very modernized too, because there's a lot of Korean like meats, and there's also like American cuisine, like Korean Korean fried chicken. Obviously, it is a Korean version of it, but it's like this fried chicken. You know what I mean? And it's just a place for everyone. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jen Korean barbecue, I love it. Yeah, he's a server at IHOP.
I am a server.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have steak there.
They do.
Like steak and eggs?
Yeah, like steak and eggs. Like
Okay.
T-bone steak and eggs, which actually aren't that bad, but it doesn't compare to like the steaks that this man makes. Like, at
So
all.
do you get like free pancakes and stuff like that?
If I can sneak them, like if I can sneak them in, I'll get a couple of free pancakes, but not usually. No, everything is 50% off for all the employees.
Okay.
man.
Do we
Yeah.
need to cut that part right there?
No, that's fine.
Dude, I honestly can't tell you that I may have eaten at IHOP once in my life.
Really?
Maybe.
Dude, IHOP is so good. I love IHOP. I really,
No,
I
nothing
really genuinely
against
do
it.
love IHOP.
Nothing against it. I
yeah,
just
yeah. I like the pancakes.
back to the barbecue for a
Yeah,
second.
no,
It's
Screw
just,
pancakes, man. Let's talk about me.
although I'm sure the holiday
Yeah,
pancakes
yeah.
are coming out around
They're pretty
this
good.
time.
They're pretty good. Yeah.
I haven't had IHOP in a while, but I gotta get back in.
You guys are gonna get brand deals, dude. I can already see it, man. Just get this sketch
would hope
comedy.
so. Yeah.
Dude, seriously, honestly, I'm just gonna play consultant for a second.
Go
Not
ahead.
that I'm anyone of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
credibility
Go ahead,
or
brother. Go
authority.
ahead.
Get the sketch comedy thing going. Build up that brand online, man. I think it's endless for you guys. You guys are great personalities.
You're sick, man.
You're funny. You're great off the cuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, back to the barbecue. Man, I'm trying to keep up with you two. This is me. Like, all right, I got to be on it here. I don't do chicken at Korean barbecue, and I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not good. It just takes too long.
No, it does take too long. I actually don't do
I'm
chicken.
all business when I go to Korea.
Yeah.
Eric here, we've had all you can eat sushi a couple times.
I love all you can eat sushi.
Bro, it's so good.
Guys,
It is so good.
it's crazy.
Yeah, you have no idea how much sushi Sam eats. It's ungodly.
It's
and
so
it's awesome.
good.
It's
Yeah.
inspiring
Yeah.
watching.
Wait, hold on. I would love to see both you guys and all you can eat sushi, because like just to see you guys go at it to see who can eat the most sushi.
I'm tempted to. I think they're closed. There's one in North Hollywood. Yeah.
Wait,
Right now?
Sushi by Jen. Sushi by Jen. It's the
Yeah.
closest one
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. But what were you saying though? Chicken?
Well, yeah, the chicken is just when I go to all you can eat, I'm coming for business. And
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
I have a friend in Las Vegas. Shout out to KG.
Nice.
We either do Korean barbecue, we do all you can eat sushi, and it's like when they come, just bring me water. There's going to be no alcohol. We don't need any of the extras. Bring me slabs of meat.
Right.
Like bring me as much meat as you can do
Yeah.
at once.
No, dude, red meat is awesome. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But no,
Great.
I am on the same boat. I don't do chicken at Korean barbecue either. I do chicken like when I'm not eating Korean barbecue. The only time I avoid red meat, I try to. I still eat red meat, but the only time where I let loose and eat a lot of red meat is Korean barbecue. So yeah, I am on the same boat with you. I don't like getting chicken. It's good protein, but it does waste time. You know what I mean? You gotta get the good flaps of meats in.
I get like the beef belly and then the really thin ones has like a
Yeah,
little. Let's
yeah.
wet the beak a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's
Wet the beak,
man,
I
I'm
love
starving right now even talking about this. And then I'll get like a bowl of white rice. I'll get a
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah, as
It's
you
so
should,
good
yeah.
with white rice for some
Get the
reason.
kimchi.
Yeah,
Kimchi,
I
yep.
love kimchi.
And then you can make like your own rice bowl.
Yeah.
I'll start out with like 2 sirloins
Yeah,
right
yeah.
off the bat.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
bring 2 of them.
Nice.
Chop that up, put that in.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And then all you can eat sushi. I mean, that's I would consider myself a veteran at this point.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, you sound like a veteran. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, where we need to go, I know Koreatown probably has tons of them. Is the
I think so.
combos.
Yeah.
The all you can eat Korean barbecue with all you can eat sushi. They exist.
Yeah.
I've seen them on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're out there.
We should
actually
do
go. I
this.
would love
We should-
to.
We should
Yeah.
all we should all do this.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
down.
all do
If
it,
you-
you know?
Eric, have we done Korean barbecue together?
No, we
before?
haven't. But I was gonna take you to the Burbank
Tell us about
Korean barbecue, but they have sushi on it.
Oh,
on
nice.
Oh,
they have
my
like
gosh.
3 different tiers that you could buy, and like couple of them have like the nicer rolls and stuff. And I'm tempted to go there and just get a little higher quality sushi compared to, you know, our usual spot.
Yeah.
Because I really like having like some wild caught salmon rolls and stuff like
It's
that.
great. It's great.
Yeah.
I think any all you can eat place is just great. You
Yeah.
know, endless food. You know what I mean?
That's a dream.
Yeah.
But here's the trick, and I'm going to let people in on a little secret. It's not a secret, it's just experience.
Mm.
If you're going to do all you can eat sushi or even all you can Korean barbecue, but I'll use sushi as an example. I go heavy on the nigiri. Why? It's smaller. There's no sauces. You can eat a ton of them. If you get giant rolls right out the bat that are deep fried and like have all this stuff, fills you up. You're not gonna, you know, those oils in it, like everything. It's gonna throw you up. I eat clean because I'm all you can eat.
Yeah.
I want to eat all that I can.
It's a strategy. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
actually,
really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should follow that actually because I love the fry. He knows this. I love the fry.
He likes the fry. He's a saucy guy.
I'm a saucy.
Dude, he
queen.
was dumping his ranch on his chicken wing. I'm like,
I go eat at a Wingstop, dude. Oh my!
I love Wingstop. I get it like once or twice a week.
Wingstop is ungodly.
What's your sauce? What's your sauce?
What's up?
What's your sauce? What do you get?
My ranch all the time, man.
No, I mean like.
Oh, you're right.
No, ranch is good there. It's great. Their fries and ranch are great.
I get mango.
Yes, mango habanero.
Let's go. And then I get lemon pepper.
Okay.
Lemon pepper. Those are my two like top choices at Wingstop.
Nice.
It's so good. And I go ham at that, man.
he
Like,
drenches the ranch.
no, dude.
He
did.
pours
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Well, what's
blue
your
cheese. I get the mango habanero and then the barbecue, the hickory barbecue.
I like the mango
Barbecue's
habanero.
fire, dude. Like
It is,
Yeah, it's
it
so
is.
good. It really is good.
Dude, their honey mustard's great. Their blue cheese is
Yeah,
great. I
yeah.
love all the sauces.
Oh,
I love blue cheese.
wait.
Me
That's
too.
my favorite
Wow.
dipping.
I just
Yeah.
I hate blue cheese, but Wingstop blue cheese.
Wingstop is different though.
There's
Wingstop
different
is
ones,
different.
man. Yeah.
Bro, it's so good actually.
Yeah.
Applebee's is
love-
good too.
I
The blue
haven't tried
cheese.
the Applebee's blue cheese though.
It's great.
Yeah.
But aside from, you know, like the ranch and blue cheese, I love honey mustard though.
Yeah. Honey
mustard's
That is,
good.
can't go wrong with that. dip.
Cane's honey mustard is so good.
Yeah.
They just built one
Ooh.
right down the street.
I know, dude.
So when you guys get out of
Oh, they
Playhouse,
did,
you can hit.
yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
I don't know how late they're open though.
Oh, they open late. That's what Cane's is.
It's like
That's how
3
they
a.m.
play.
for all the drunk
Some
club
shit like
people.
that,
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you big on chicken wings?
I was gonna ask you guys. I'm not huge on them, but if they're not, I don't like them fried. They have to be
Oh, like
Grilled?
grilled?
Oh,
I used to be a big B-dubs guy, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, beat ups is good. I think I like beat ups a little more than Wingstop actually. Yeah,
Wait, like actually?
yeah. Why?
Well, the friendship just broke up right there.
I'm so hurt by that. Like,
Wingstop, I do agree that, you know, they got big and fatter wings.
They do.
But
No, wait, but it's better. Though.
The sauces are better at
that-
B-dubs,
Wait,
I think.
you think
I think
so?
the sauce
I
is
do.
really?
I do.
I think you're wrong.
They cost more. They got a garlic pot or a hot spicy garlic that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I
Yeah.
gotta try that.
You should try it out. I think the wings are smaller, but I mean, the flavor is so good. Though.
How many wings can you eat?
Me? I haven't ever put it to a test, but when I go with my family in one sitting, I eat 30 wings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a healthy number.
Yeah, it's a healthy
Yeah.
number, I would say. How about you?
I'd probably do like 20.
20.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
25. I could do 25 pretty
Yeah.
easily. But I'd like to do an all you can eat, go for
Yeah,
50 and
that'd be
just like
good.
feel
I
like
would
shit
love
for a
to.
day.
Dude,
Yeah.
wings is
Yeah.
really good. It's
It'd
just
be
all
worth
protein.
it, man. It would definitely be worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Like I really want to go eat right now. Like I feel like
I like that we're just talking about food.
I had not predicted. This is what I meant, man. Like I knew this would be unpredictable coming into here, and this is where we're at.
Yeah,
Damn right.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like I want to almost transition this to a food podcast at this point.
As you should, man.
As you should.
Let's work on some snacks, bro.
Let's do ASMR.
What about Italian? You guys like Italian?
I do love Italian.
Yeah.
I don't eat it as much though, but I do love it. We're actually going to New York this weekend.
Yeah.
You two?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, together. We're going with our friend Alicia.
Shout out Alicia. What's
Alicia, I don't know if you guys know her, but she was in Permafrost with Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah.
great actor.
Yeah.
She's done stuff with Samuel, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to her. But yeah, we're going to New York this weekend for her birthday, and we're back to what you said. We're excited to try the pizza there.
Yeah. And Italian food over there.
And Italian food over there. Yeah, but we do love Italian food.
It's my first time on a plane. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I hope we don't crash.
Yeah. I hate you.
Okay, well, this is the challenge. There's 3 things there. 3 things. Well, okay, let me get this idea out real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You
man.
guys could totally do an LA food show.
Bro, we
You two,
We've
dude,
actually,
they're
yeah.
so simple to do. You do it on your phone. just you trying to. If I were to do one, I haven't even gotten to street tacos yet. I haven't even.
Oh my
I was gonna bring that up.
Oh, I
I
haven't
love
even
street
gotten to
tacos.
street tacos because let me tell you, I could tell you a place or two in the valley.
Oh,
Boy.
nice.
Anyway, you've never been on a plane before,
Never been on a play before.
and you were in a play where you're on where it starts.
That's funny.
Where it starts out that you're on a plane.
Yeah. Never been on a plane in my life.
How do you feel about that going onto the plane for the 1st time?
I'm super nervous, man.
Yeah, he is genuinely nervous.
I'm
yeah.
so
Legitimate. That's
yeah.
legitimate
No,
concern.
like,
Yeah.
I think the plane's gonna fall down. Like I think
Yeah.
this is like my remains.
Yeah.
Like I'm so nervous.
It won't. Yeah.
No,
No.
hopefully it won't.
Yeah.
It's actually safer, they say, in the sky than statistically on the highway.
Well, I hope they're right.
That.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I-
never,
Yeah.
that's-
I hope
that
you're right.
sounds true though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Don't completely sink into that. But
yeah.
no, I flew for the first time recently. I went
nice.
from flying to all the time,
Mhm.
and I hadn't flown like a year, and I hit that first bump of turbulence, and I'm like, whoa! But you look at the, it's all normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's all normal. Like the captain, if there is any turbulence, is like, hey, we're gonna hit this rough patch here, so just buckle your seatbelt.
Yeah.
And blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you'll have a great experience. What
Yeah.
airline are you flying?
I actually don't know.
Yeah,
Alicia kind of brought the tickets for us.
Yeah.
But where were you flying to though? When
I
you
went back home to the Midwest for
Nice,
a week.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
But no, yeah, but we're unsure what the airline we're flying with. But
Burbank or LA? Or no, you Orange County or LAX?
Oh, LAX.
LAX, right?
Yeah, we're going to LA. Yeah, we're going to LA, and that's pretty exciting. That's my first. I've been on a plane a couple times, but only like an hour going to San Francisco. So this would be my first time being on like a 6-hour plane flight. So I hope I could stay put for 6 hours. You know what I mean? I'm sure I could. But
I love plane rides. For me, I always bring books, but I get great ideas on planes because.
Oh.
Yes, you can bring electronics and stuff, but I guess there's this new trend. They call it raw dogging plane flights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No
yeah.
headphones, no nothing. Just go on the plane and sit
And just
there
think. Yeah.
and just think. But it is because it's quiet.
Yeah.
Unless you're sitting next to a baby or something like that. But yeah, for some reason, like you just get perspective because when you're in your area, you can't see the forest through the trees sometimes, but when you leave, you start to look at things differently because you're removing yourself from your normal environment. So who knows? Maybe there'll be some
Yeah.
inspiration.
Maybe something will just come to us. You know what I mean?
Hopefully that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way to look at that too. That's a nice perspective, you know, just to take advantage of us being on a plane. But I think just in general, you know, ideas, it always just comes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
where you're sitting on a toilet, you know, walking in a park or whatever,
Yeah.
taking a shower, and kind of just hits out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So I think it's nice that's a nice play on that. You know what I mean?
I was
Yeah.
at a wedding and I had a vision for a series.
Yeah.
Like literally something I've had in my mind for a while, but just out of nowhere, just stream of consciousness during
Nice.
everyone's dancing like on the floor. And I'm just standing there, like just standing, looking out into space. And I'm literally seeing it play in front of me. I'm like, why am I getting this vision now? I probably
Yeah.
should have written it down, but
Yeah.
you just don't know. You just
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know when that.
It just happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always have to write it down too. The amount
I
of
know.
times that I've gotten like ideas,
'Cause you will forget it.
I'll literally text it in my notes and stuff like that. And we've shared a couple things
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Like yeah.
Wow, what a ride this has been. Like I'm hungry. Like I'm curious more about what you guys are doing in New York. We got an agenda going on in New York?
We
Just for her birthday,
just
right?
for, it's just
Broadway?
mainly- we're gonna try. Yeah.
I think you guys would want to probably go see something, right?
Oh, definitely. We
Yeah.
want to go see the Romeo and Juliet
Yeah,
show, the
and,
one with Kit Connor in it, right?
Yeah, we wanted to see that one, so we'll see. We're looking to get last minute tickets because everyone's telling us when you get last minute tickets on like this specific website,
cheaper.
it's like cheaper or something like
Yeah.
that. So we're gonna try to do that.
Okay. And she lives in Orange County too.
Yeah,
right?
she also lives in Orange
I
County.
remember that because she was there that night when Drew came up and said, Drew's awesome, by the way.
Drew's
That
dope.
guy's
we
incredible.
love
Drew.
Drew. Love Drew.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I remember hearing that. I think
Yeah,
it got thrown that she
Mhm.
comes up from Orange County as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I know. We us three we carpool together pretty often. She lives about 10 minutes away. We live 5 minutes away from each other. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's pretty cool. She works up here though. She works in Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right
she-
down the road.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So she is up here a lot more on top of rehearsals, and luckily we don't work up here, which is still a disadvantage because gas and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a good friend of ours. We met. It's funny because we came from Orange County with her as well, but we met her in
Playhouse.
at Playhouse. We met her up in
Wow.
LA.
So we didn't even know her
Yeah.
beforehand either.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember talking to her, and then she asked where we were from, and I was like, Orange County, and then she's like, Orange County as well, and I was like, wow, what the heck? And I was like, what high school did you go to? We ended up going to the same high school.
Wow.
Just years apart, and that was just a crazy perspective for me to meet someone up here in LA, and that went to the same high school with me. You know what I mean? That was so crazy.
And Orange County really is a different world down that way.
It is.
It's so nice.
It is. Dude, it's beautiful. I mean, dude, I was in even that Irvine, Newport Beach.
Irvine's
area.
very nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Irvine's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. But it's like you're so close but so far at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Southern California. I mean, we're close to San Diego,
Yeah.
but traffic cannot be as close sometimes. But it's just so many different worlds and pockets that are here. So I'm always curious talking to people from Orange County. I'm like, how do you like it down that way? Because I know a lot of people like it. It's like it's more laid back from what they
Yeah.
say. It's nice. Probably a great place to grow up, I imagine.
It is. It is. There's definitely like the quote unquote like ghetto parts of it and stuff like that. Where we live is like really much like in the middle
Like
of it.
borderline. I would
Like
say.
borderline of it. So it's like we kind of grew up with the best of both worlds, where it's just like we're safe and then we're not safe, So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, we were fortunate to get like
Good perspective.
good perspective. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
We were very.
Yeah,
good.
that's what we always take from it.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? We don't ever look at it as a negative.
Yeah, we
It's
do
a
our best
good
to be as
perspective.
positive.
Yeah.
As we,
Absolutely, because if you think about people usually will grow up one way or the other, but like to be able to see both of them,
Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Got to take pride in it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Represent. You know what
crime.
I
Yeah.
mean?
And a crime. Yeah.
And a crime.
And a crime.
And a crime.
And a
Yeah,
crime.
that's what they call it down there.
Well, that's what I heard. Anaheim Hills is real nice though.
Anaheim
Oh,
Hills is
it's
very nice.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
It's
nice.
great. It's fancy.
super nice.
Fancy dancy. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are gonna have be wearing like NASCAR jackets and stuff. Like you're gonna have so many sponsors. It's gonna be ridiculous.
I hope so. That's the goal. You know,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
sponsored and
That'd be
everything.
cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a cameo in those food commercials though.
Dude, as
someday.
you should. Yeah, you're never invited. Come on now.
Street tacos though. Do you guys like street tacos?
I
love
love street
street
tacos.
tacos,
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I'm like an evangelist for them now because it's like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're clean. It's clean food for the
Clean
most
meat.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's on corn tortilla usually. There's this place
Yeah.
in West Hills I go to.
It's made with love all the time. Like
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
it's
that's what I'm
fantastic.
saying.
Yeah.
and it's just like they got all the fixings. That place by Playhouse.
Dude, it's
We love
so
that place.
freaking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I just started going there, dude. It's as I was looking for more of a local place. It's like I need something close
Yeah.
here,
It's
but
always better when it's local.
yeah, and I've become a big Pastor fan, like just
Dude.
the Pastor.
Al
And,
pastor is my favorite.
That's our
bro.
favorite. Do you like the
Yeah.
burritos too? Do you ever get burritos or are you more street tacos?
so here's how I do it: 3 Pastor tacos,
Nice.
3 asada
As you
tacos,
should.
and a chicken and cheese quesadilla.
Amen. Hallelujah. That's high protein. You know. what I
High
mean?
protein,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking at least 100 grams
Yeah,
of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But I
Easy.
gotta, I have. There's this place in West Hills. You can get corn tortilla for the quesadilla. Not everyone does corn tortilla
Yeah.
for the quesadilla.
Yeah.
The flour, that can cause some not terrible issues. I just feel it a little more.
Yeah, I get
That's
you.
fair.
It's
It's
more
more
heavier.
It's
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
it's heavier, more
Yeah.
processed. But when I have all corn, because corn's gluten free. When I have
It's low
that,
calorie too. I think. Right.
yeah,
Corn
I think
tortilla.
so.
Yeah.
And I put on. Gosh, I'm so hungry. Like right now in this moment, I put on the onions, the cilantro, the radishes, the
Right.
cucumbers.
Yep.
Then I usually bring it here or at my girlfriend's Greek yogurt. That's my sour cream.
Protein. Extra protein. in
Extra
there.
protein.
Yup.
I
Greek
put on
yogurt.
spinach
Mm,
and then I put salsa on that. Boy, oh boy.
it's fire.
Amen.
Fire.
Hallelujah.
You didn't answer his question though, Sam. Do
What
you
do you
fuck
ask
with
me?
burritos at all?
Mm.
Ever?
Stirring the pot once again.
No, that,
Damn
that,
right,
was,
Eric.
that was good. He reeled me in on that.
Yeah.
I don't. I have before.
Uh-huh.
They just. I just much rather have the other thing.
I get you. I
That's
get
fair.
you.
If I have to make a choice, I'd rather go. I like burritos.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
breakfast
Yeah.
burritos.
It just wouldn't be. Yeah, breakfast burritos are really
Yeah,
good.
they are good.
It's just
They're really
burritos wouldn't be a thing that you would pick over tacos, I guess.
correct. You?
I don't know, actually. I think I'm pretty torn right there.
Tacos all day, bro.
It depends
has
on
to
the
be.
vibes, you know what I mean?
That's-
I
yeah.
say this a lot to Abraham. I go off the vibes, you know what I mean? I
No,
gotta be in the
but
moment.
There's something to that.
No,
There's
there
something
is.
to that.
It's
Yeah.
actually so deep, and he just explained it to me. And like I try not to make fun of him because he says it a lot. He bastardized that.
Yeah, but I really
that
mean
term.
it though when I say it. Because everyone asks me, so what are we gonna do tomorrow? Like, what's gonna happen? What's the game plan? I'm like, I'll see the vibes.
Yeah.
You know, I'll see the vibes.
Yeah.
It's just more like you just gotta kind of feel it out. You know what I mean?
You're not
And,
committing to shit. You're like, I respect that though.
But no, yeah, it annoys some people. But you know, obviously, when it does annoy someone, I do explain to them what I mean, or like I try to give them a definitive, answer there and then and there. But yeah, I do go off the vibes a lot of the times. You know, so I can't say that my favorite food is tacos. You know, because what could be something else in an hour from now. You know what I mean? Gotta go off the vibes. You know what I mean? Like actually, it sounds stupid, but like genuinely, you know what I mean?
He goes off the vibes.
It's crazy. Gotta go off
Yeah.
the vibes.
Yeah. Well, when I want sushi, I know I want sushi.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas next week at
Nice.
the end
Oh,
of the
nice.
week, and we're either doing Korean barbecue or all you can eat
Yeah.
sushi. And
That sounds fun.
We'll go, my guy and I, and we'll go with what we feel.
Yeah.
So
do you go to Vegas often?
About every couple months.
Nice.
Still get
Nice.
I lived there for 8 years.
Oh.
I get my hair cut there. So
Oh,
my
really?
brother lives there. Bunch of friends there.
Wait, do you always get your haircut from over there?
Always.
Wait, so you don't cheat at all? You don't cheat? You don't cheat in your barber?
So I have a confession.
Oh wow!
We're gonna say it on-
podcast. too,
on
you're
the
gonna
pod.
do
Yeah, I
this?
guess so.
Wow, how
let's
dare you,
just
man.
let's just let this all out.
So dirty.
Yeah. So, and Kim, you know that I love you. And I was upfront
Yeah.
about this. When I was leaving Vegas to move here almost 7 years ago,
Yeah.
one of my main concerns was, well, how am I going to get my hair cut? Because it took me years to find Kim in
Yeah.
Las Vegas, and she just knows me. Like she just knows what to do.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm getting buzz cuts, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like, you get your hair cut
Yeah.
done a certain way. And
Yeah.
when I first moved out here, I got recommended to somebody who knew somebody. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I can't be going to Vegas for my haircut. And then I went and got my haircut. They did not do a bad job. They did a fine job. But it wasn't Kim. So then when I finally made a trip back to Vegas and got my hair, I'm like, well, can I make this work? Because I was doing different acting stuff in Vegas.
Yeah.
I had reasons to go there. So
right.
I would always find a way to get a haircut, and
Yeah.
I've just been doing it ever since. There's been days where I do day trips. I do day trips to Vegas. I'll just leave early in the morning, get there early afternoon, get my haircut, turn around, come right
Wow,
back.
that's crazy.
That's-
How long is that drive? Like 4 or 5
4
hours?
hours.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Wow, it's actually not that bad. It's not as bad.
Think
as
about if you're sitting in, I mean, distance wise, you're going a distance.
Of course.
But what I usually do is I try to stagger it or try to line stuff up.
Yeah.
Like if there's,
Stuff you
someone-
need to do, like on
stuff
the
I
way.
need to do, meet up
Oh,
with,
yeah, that's good. That's good.
get the
Yeah.
haircut, then head on back
That's
to
insane,
LA.
though, 4 hours for a haircut.
That's crazy, but
that's commitment.
That is commitment.
That's
commitment.
so cool.
Yeah, I think people sleep on that. You can't cheat in your barber. Or at least you gotta try not to. You know what I mean?
He's pretty committed to the barber.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I have a
Yeah.
barber. I've only been going. Yeah, he's across the street from Playhouse West Studio 2. You know that barber shop
That
right there.
barbershop by 7-Eleven.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his name is Brian. I really like him because he's very specific
Shout
in
out
the
to
way
Brian.
he cuts. Shout out to him. Hit him up. You know what I mean?
What's the name of his barbershop?
I forget.
I forget. I call it the barber
Dude,
shop.
it was like $12 a cut there. Like I went there like
Oh, did you
it was
really?
so cheap. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they raised the price since you went there.
Oh yeah, it's been
yeah,
years.
yeah.
But it is still an affordable price. And
Yeah.
did you like it? Was you satisfied with your
Yeah,
haircut?
I was. It had like all that Superman stuff in there, like
Yeah.
Superman stuff. It was okay. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So I think I went there like once, gave him another chance. I'm like, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But,
I respect that.
Yeah, it just wasn't for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's an interesting to take to look on it, because hair cutting that's like an art, and you kind of just gotta find the one that fits for you. You know what I mean? And that's interesting because it's not every day that I look at it from that perspective. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, and once they get to know you and how your hair grows and everything, like Kim will just say like, all right, so what are we doing?
yeah.
And I usually now just say same exact thing you
Yeah,
did last
yeah.
time.
I said that to the guy across the street too now.
Yeah.
Brian. Yeah, it's cool. It feels good because they just know. You know what I mean?
And then and like as you go into your life
Yeah.
and you develop, the things you like, the things you don't like.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely one of those people. Like I have my routines. I have my what would you call them? Traditions or mantras of life that I do. And it's like, yeah, I got my dry cleaner. I got my haircut person.
Yeah.
You got these people.
Yeah.
I got Eric and I, shout out to Courtney at our hot yoga that we do. That's one of the instructors.
Shout out Courtney.
Shout out Courtney.
She's Playhouse West. She used to be Playhouse West.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like you get into these rhythms and these routines and like grocery store. Oh, we haven't talked about grocery stores. That's a whole
Grocery
other.
stores are slept on.
I love
man.
grocery
Yeah.
stores.
You love grocery stores?
Yeah.
I like the
me a
frozen
good-
chicken there.
That's interesting.
Like the frozen boneless chicken, not frozen, but like the cool section, you know what I mean? Where like the
Oh.
pre-made food and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't like necessarily the warm one. I like the cold one, but it's not frozen. It's just cold.
What grocery store are we talking?
Food for less?
Food for less.
Wait, is there a food for less in LA by any chance?
I don't know. Is
I
there
don't think
food
so.
for less? There's
Or is,
Ralph's
that
though, right?
or is that an OC thing? I think it might be an OC thing.
I'm sure there was a one time. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, but Ralph's though. Do you go to Ralph's?
I mess with Ralph's.
Yeah,
Ralph's
yeah.
is dope.
Ralph's be getting down. You know what I
gets
mean?
down.
But that section where there's like cooked food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of packaged up in like the cool area. And there's like this chicken there that's kept cold. I like eating it cold. It's so good. Like
The chicken?
yeah.
Well, you like eating the chicken cold?
Yeah, the one it's already cooked, but it's just kept
Oh,
refrigerated.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But-
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I'm
you're right.
talking about?
Yes.
It's
yes.
good. I should try that. You know what I mean? Like everyone takes it home.
Is
and
it
warms
fried
it.
chicken or?
It's fried
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Fried boneless chicken
Mhm.
kept refrigerated in
It's
one of the
actually
sections,
really
and it's
good,
really
yeah.
good. It's
He
really
put me
good.
on that too.
Yeah.
I just think that we got a cooking show or something here now. We just need to go out and just go eat at places in LA. You ever mess with Sprouts?
Sprouts is
Sprouts
cool.
is dope.
They have
Yeah.
sushi there, right?
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
Wednesdays,
Yeah.
it's $5 sushi day.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've only been there a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you love Sprouts?
I love Sprouts. Eric and I went, they just opened one in Studio City. We went after hot yoga last week.
Nice.
Was it good?
Yeah, I got the sushi
Damn.
and what's it called? The poke bowl. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
both.
I love
so
poke.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like poke?
I do love poke.
Do you prefer poke bowl or sushi?
Ooh, I'm going to go sushi, but I do like me a good poke bowl.
Right. It just depends on the vibes. Good on the
Yeah,
vibes.
I load that. I load that sucker
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Like whatever the price is of the poke bowl, you already know I'm probably spending $5-6.
Yeah, for
past
sure.
it.
For sure.
What's your usual poke order?
Oh, okay. I haven't done this in a while. White rice,
Uh-huh.
tuna, salmon, yellowtail. I go
Oh,
max,
I love yellowtail.
max protein.
Nice.
I'll get the edamame beans in there.
Sick.
The seaweed.
Seaweed.
Yeah.
I love the seaweed salad.
Pretty good.
I wouldn't eat this now, but at one time I'd do the onion crunchies.
Okay.
That's good.
Um,
Why wouldn't you do it now?
I stay away from fried stuff.
Oh,
That's
things
good
of
for you.
that
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah,
Healthy.
Yeah. But I'm big on the high protein.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
like crab meat?
I do not. I don't dislike it,
Yeah.
but I just, when it comes to sushi and stuff like that, if it has crab meat in it, I don't eat it.
Right.
Wait,
I'm a-
really? You
I'm a
don't-
purist when it comes to that.
That's good though. That's good. That's healthy.
Because I feel a lot of sushi places, they'll tell you all you can eat sushi. All I do, this is another tip for people. Look, I'm not putting anyone down, but when I look and I see that most of your rolls have imitation crab meat in
Yeah.
every one of them, I'm not going to go there.
Ah.
I can't.
Like you like the
I want the cut of fish.
the
man.
clean one. No, that's really good. The cut of fish. I love salmon. Raw salmon is so good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite.
I don't think I've ever. Oh no, you're right. Like poke. Poke's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
poke, yeah.
What time are your guys' classes that you go to usually?
Wednesdays 7
Yeah.
p.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, on one of your Friday classes, there's Sushi by Jen in North Hollywood.
I'll be down.
It's right
Let's
off
do
the
it.
170.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do
cool.
it. We should
Maybe
do
a
it.
meetup's in order,
Yeah.
something like
We
that.
should do that. We
Yeah,
should
we'd be
definitely
so
do it.
down.
Yeah, maybe we should. We probably should. But
Yeah.
this has been fantastic, fellas.
Yeah.
This has been a full. We could talk for 4 more hours, but
We
this
could. Yeah.
We
yeah.
can
This-
literally talk
this-
about anything. Like
We can
I-
talk for
yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
I love how the first half was dedicated to acting stuff, and then just totally. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah.
But is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? Anything that you have coming up? And we'll do a proper closure of all this. But
Yeah.
is there anything that you guys specifically wanted to say before we close out of this?
I'm really thinking.
Yeah, I'm really thinking too.
I'm really pondering. You know, like I'm genuinely. Yeah.
Don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Is there something?
You don't have to. Like, it's,
Just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
I don't know.
No, I'm good. No, I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah. Just everybody stay positive.
Stay positive.
Yeah, stay positive. Stay safe.
I like horses.
Yeah,
Thought I should put that out there.
Sushi is good.
Yeah.
Wings
Yeah,
are
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, you'll
Wingstop
get-
is better than B Dubs.
Actually, my favorite animal is an actual horse. Like it's actually horses though. Like I
Really?
love horses. Yeah.
Well,
Horses are
okay, I'm
beautiful.
looking at the time. We do have about 8 more minutes of, I would call it dick around time
All right, cool.
before I have to properly close this out.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Yeah.
Do you guys like burgers?
I love burgers. I love burgers.
In and Out is the best burger.
I like anything.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to anything?
Not that I know
Not
of.
that I know of either, but I
Yeah.
kind of want to. I kind of want to find out though.
You kind of, there's a show right there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Kyle wants to find out, and then you're just there. Like he's there to support you during anxiety.
Yeah.
You're there on
I'm
his
gonna
journey.
support him in case he dies.
Yeah, because I want to find out like if I'm allergic to anything, because I haven't like come across anything that I've been allergic to. But I hear stories all the time of people like eating food and all of a sudden they get like an allergic reaction. I'm like, I want to know what that feels like, so I can put down my acting bag. You know what I mean? Put that experience. You know what I mean?
I just want to like eat with you guys now, like sometime.
should,
But
we
now
should.
it has to be epic though. It can't be.
Of course, yeah.
And that's the thing, like, because I cook a lot. I
Yeah.
cook a lot of my own meals and everything. And once it's to me, it's like I'm either going out for street tacos or all you can eat Korean barbecue
Yeah,
or sushi.
yeah.
Anything else, there's no in between.
Yeah.
That's fair.
A good steak dinner once in a while.
Yeah.
Once in a while. That gets pretty pricey, but
Nice.
but it's like it is going out for a nice big juicy steak's
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
You said you liked horses?
I do like horses.
Like you like to you like to ride them, or you just like them in general?
I've never rode them before. That's actually on my bucket list. I want to go horseback riding. Abram's never gonna do that with me because he
I'm deathly afraid of heights.
he's definitely scared of a lot of things. I also want to go skydiving, but that's a different topic. But horses, I just like how they look. The majestic looking. Have you ever seen a horse in real life?
I've ridden horse. I went to horse camp.
Oh wow.
There's a camp for
in
horses.
the Midwest. I went to a horse
Oh
camp.
really? So you're big on horse riding?
Not big on it, but I had done it before.
Cool,
and
cool.
actually, my girlfriend and I, what's
Yeah.
the name of it? Oh my God. Underhill Farms in Moore Park.
Oh, I'll check it out. Underhill
They
Farms.
had these biggest horses I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They were the type of horses that beautiful, not just regular riding horses. I'm talking like Clydesdale type,
Stallions.
Yeah.
stallions, like whatever.
Yeah.
There's a name for them, but they're the type of horses that used to plow the fields.
Yeah.
So big. Like I was like, my mind was blown that there's a creature that big
Yeah.
Wow.
on
yeah.
the planet.
No, I think it's interesting to see like a creature that big. I think that's what
insane.
drew me because I went to the zoo when I was little and I saw a horse and I was like, damn, it's so humongous. You know what I mean? And and I think that's what drew me towards it. And obviously there's a lot of big animals, but for some reason that just spoke to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just like horses.
There's an episode right there. You guys go ride a horse.
Yeah.
I would never ride a
Really?
horse.
Would you
See,
skydive?
that'd be like in the reality show. That'd be like the reality show portion.
Yeah.
Where it cuts away to like, I don't know why he wants to do it so bad. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just drag him along with me.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. What about you? Do you still act? Do you still do auditions and everything?
No, I don't do any of it actually.
Has it just been your sole focus on the podcast?
Yeah, this podcast has taken
Nice,
up
nice.
all the.
Nice.
But I definitely in 2025 want to. This will keep going, but I want to branch out
Yeah.
to some other creative projects.
Yeah.
Whether it's just making a short film or
nice.
even just whether I'm in front or behind the camera, just to expand the creative palette.
Yeah.
We've put in a
Yeah.
lot of work with
Yeah.
this, and you guys are episode 121.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. No,
So-
we love the podcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's really
Yeah,
cool.
no, I really appreciate your guys' support. So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you guys, because when you do this, it's a lot of work. It's a lot
sure
of
it is.
work,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of time, a lot of effort, a lot of
Yeah.
resources. And so when I get a note from you guys like, oh my gosh, we've listened to your podcast
Yeah.
on the way to class. It's like,
Yeah.
you need those wins.
Yeah.
And I remember
yeah.
you guys picked up my sales that night. Like, it's like, it's like, oh, okay, keep doing it. Like,
But no, wait. How did it come about for you to like kind of like make this podcast? Like, well, did you have like a big picture in mind that you saw with this podcast?
Well,
or-
eventually I knew I'd meet you too. So I knew that I know. Yeah, no, that's a good question. I used to do interviewing in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And I knew when I moved, so when I moved to LA, I was just all acting.
Uh-huh.
All the other creative stuff I still wanted to do, but I'm like, okay, let's just do this acting thing,
Mhm.
learn. And pre-COVID, like I'm like, okay, got the 2 years in, went through advanced, got some stage time. Let's get the manager, let's get the agent, baby.
Yep.
And then COVID hits. And not that I couldn't have been pursuing it still, but it just I think for a lot of us, it
Not
just
the same.
everything just kind of stopped. And
Yeah.
you know, I was looking to like, man, I've always wanted to do this podcast. Now I know a bunch of people out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing it. So I started doing it. Ended up getting hurt in the process, not doing the podcast, but got hurt. Had to take a break for a while.
Huh.
Came back to it, kept doing it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was one man banding everything myself.
Yeah.
And that was frustrating. And then combined forces with Eric here.
How did that happen? How'd you guys meet?
Oh man. Well, we met at Playhouse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then
Was that like also like an instant thing that you guys felt, or?
not really, I don't think. I think because we were in different classes.
Yeah, I would come to these rehearsals. 'Cause I would go to all the classes because I
Yeah.
lived down the street, and yeah, I'd hang out with Eric, who would hold rehearsals here in this very apartment because he used to live here. And then I think Sam would come a little bit, and I'd go to that Friday night class which you were in. And
Yeah.
then I think I put you in my when I did film lab.
Yep.
I put you in my short.
Nice.
Eric put me in a film.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, then we'd have a couple running jokes here and there, and you know, I'd like downplay his injury and stuff like that. I'm like, hey man, you up and walking yet? You had like
Yeah.
major knee surgery and
Major leg
shit.
injury.
I'm like, you want to go jog some laps?
Yeah.
But then I was dropping something off that I borrowed from Eric, and I was like, yo, I could do that.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I'm like, the podcast. I got you. And he's like, okay. And then we started.
Yeah, we just started.
That's fun.
Almost 2 years ago.
Wow.
December 7th, I believe, 2 years ago. And Eric Jorgensen was the first episode we
Oh wow.
worked
nice.
together on. And
That's really cool.
Has he ever been back on?
not yet. His time's coming. He
Okay.
will be back.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the neighbor, so he's definitely.
Yeah. He's got to. Yeah.
And then again, and I've told this story a million times on here, but this apartment is legendary for Playhouse because you never know what things are going to happen. I
Mhm.
used to come to this apartment to do doors and activities,
Yeah.
never knowing that. So when I got hurt from my leg injury, it's during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Heart travels hard. I have a major. We don't know what to do. Eric had an extra bed in this corner right here,
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, just come to my place. We'll figure it out." And 6 months later, I got rid of my other apartment. Eric and I lived in this apartment for 6
Wow.
months. The apartment next door opens up. He takes that one. He lets me have this one. And then eventually I'm like, man, I always wanted this. I think I can do the podcast in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we do it. And then, yeah, Eric, like he said, came over one day, and it's just, you just never know, but like life keeps throwing you
Yeah.
breadcrumbs
Yeah.
and
So
you just got to
sweet of
keep
Eric.
moving
Yeah,
forward.
that's very
Oh,
sweet.
he's an angel.
Yeah.
He's an angel.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So him and I are like spiritually bonded for life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we had an artistic, creative connection and friendship, but
Mhm.
like now, like him and I are like, we were just talking today
Yeah.
because it happened during the wintertime when it was like
Mhm.
dark and rainy and no one could do anything.
Yeah.
He'd be cooking in that kitchen.
Wow.
He
He's
had
a chef.
stacks. He's an amazing chef. Stacks of DVDs in that cabinet right there. We watched all the great movies. Not all of them, but a lot of them, like from the
Nice.
70s. And just, I watched so many films during that period. There's
Nice.
nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I read books and watched films. Besides the injury, it was great.
Wow.
So just to give
That's
you
really
guys
cool.
some back history.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's really
Like, so
cool.
that's why like Playhouse, even though I'm not involved in the going to class or anything right now,
Yeah.
that community has such a deep place in my
Yeah.
heart
Yeah.
because what it's given back to
Yeah.
me.
It's
and
a
like,
great community. Yeah.
And like, look, I don't even go, but I meet you guys, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like people think I'm in class and I'm not.
I know. I thought,
Yeah.
I thought you were in
Yeah.
class. I thought you were like Carnegie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just in a different thing. So, but that's why it's great, like having this
Yeah.
community and this camaraderie and having you guys full circle on this podcast
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's an energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
We're
really
all
is.
on these
That's-
journeys.
It's really
you know?
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so cool. I mean, would you ever look into wanting to be like a talk show host or anything?
Of course, if there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
I think eventually, I think eventually that's what I would want to do here, being
Cool.
in LA and have
Yeah.
like an audience,
Yeah.
something like that. I think that's in the cards.
That's
in
really
the
cool.
future.
Hopefully it works
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'll be so sick.
Bring you guys both at the same time, never
Yeah.
individually.
that'd be awesome.
That'll be so cool.
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
meet again
Full
in the
circle
near future.
moment
Full
type
circle.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is beautiful, guys. Eric, do you have anything before we close out?
Yeah, man. When you take that first flight, the takeoff is so cool. I hope you really love it. It's the best part.
Dude, I heard the opposite, and you're being
Really?
sarcastic.
No, I'm not.
No,
The takeoff is sick. You're like in a fucking race car, man, going like
I hate
super
that feeling.
fast.
I hate that feeling. I hate roller coasters. I
Then
hate
maybe you won't like
He's a
it.
scary cat.
I hate
you know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
things. I'm scared of a lot of things.
Damn,
man.
never mind, because I think that's the best part.
No,
Seriously.
I think that is the best part because once you're up there, it's so boring.
No, because
Yeah.
I can't breathe. Like it makes me feel like okay. Honestly, it makes me feel like my balls go to my throat and I can't breathe. Like I start like doing this. Like it feels so weird, man. Like I can't with that feeling. I can't. I'm not looking forward.
Well, it's only like 30 seconds.
I hope it is, man.
Hold
And you
your
have
breath.
friends with you. You have friends with you.
Yeah.
I assume you guys are all sitting together in the same room.
Yeah, us
Yeah, yeah,
three.
yeah.
I think us three, and a fourth person, Alicia's friend, is sitting with us as well. But yeah, I'll be there to hug him if he gets scared.
Damn
I
right.
got him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it funny? The person that you were in the play you were in was the one comforting. And now I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
And it's gonna broaden your horizons. Like when you start going through it really does.
I think so
like
too.
open up your
Yeah, it opens up your mind because
It's like a vessel.
I love being in LA
Yeah.
and this is where I want to be.
Of
But
course.
when you do travel, you do realize like, okay, it's a big world out there. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people,
Yeah,
experiences,
Yeah.
things. You'll have fun, man.
I'm excited. I am
It-
very excited.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
We're all
It's
excited.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So for people that want to stalk you guys online or look you
Uh-huh.
guys up or come see you, where do they need to go? Where should they follow you at?
You go first, bro.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Oh, you got left to right. You know what I mean?
No. Right to left. Right to left.
Yeah. I mean, you just where am I looking? Just look me up on Instagram. At Kyle Tran, KYLETRRAN. 2 R's,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be there. You know what I mean?
Damn
All
right.
right.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right.
And if you guys are trying to see me, it's Abraham Arias 9 at Instagram. Abraham ABRAHAM ARIAS 9. All right.
Man.
Yeah. let's
Or if
go.
you guys want to shoot an email, we can text through email as well. KyleTran.actor@gmail.com.
Yep. And he'll just let me know if you guys want to contact me too.
Yeah.
I love it. That was great. Great call with the email there. That was good.
Yeah,
I got you.
smart.
No
Good.
worries.
Well, gentlemen, this has been a true treat. We made it happen. We did it.
Yeah,
We
no,
did what
it
we
was-
said we were
Thank
going
you
to do.
so much. Appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having
Yeah,
us. It was
yeah.
fun.
No, and thank you for making the trek in the rain, in the traffic.
Of course.
It'll be hopefully a way smoother drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Back
think
home
so.
now.
It's usually smoother on the way back
Yeah.
for some reason.
I always give the guests the last word. How would you guys like to end this podcast?
Where is she? You supposed to say the next line, man.
I forgot the next one.
It's okay. But yeah,
That was
No,
beautiful.
I thought that was great though. I thought that was fantastic.
I love where your head was
yeah,
at.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Can't you?
That was good. That was good.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Sam Dever, the Sam Dever Podcast here, and I just want to thank you for checking out this episode. To watch and listen to future episodes, be sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@the Sam Dever Podcast. Thank you so much. See you soon.